Hi, everybody. I'm Dee.
And I'm Jay.
And we are ParoDeeJay.
Welcome to what is this again? A Sunday evening live stream?
Where the heck are we?
What do these even mean? We had to make sure that we understand how computers work. Hopefully the microphone is working.
I hope so. I see us on my phone, so
okay,
that's
good.
good.
I think we're doing good things, y'all. I'm not sure. One thing that was just weird is my phone was only telling me the computer was telling me it was 7:59, and the phone was like, it's 8. So I don't even know what time it is anymore. I don't know what time zone I'm in.
Eastern.
These are the struggles to have. Hey, y'all, we're back home.
We missed you.
We did. Thanks for coming to the inaugural post-World Cruise stream.
Long time coming.
We really did plan on putting some live streams into the World Cruise.
We did.
But, gosh, time zones,
busy, lots of things, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and the Q&As kind of took the place, I feel like, of the live stream. So we were glad to do those Q&As, at least to be like, hey, here's kind of a normal feeling break. Enough of that, y'all. Happy Sunday. What do you want to talk about today? I know one thing that we're going to talk about later.
What?
I've decided that we are going to establish a new tradition. Hey, Laura.
Hey.
Hey, Laura in the chat. A new tradition. You may recognize this shirt that I have on my body. Do you remember that this is no longer called Embarkation Day shirt?
I do.
Because the funny thing is, we have a little group chat going for the group cruise that we have coming up in October. And the people in the group, some of them have been plotting to buy this shirt to wear on Embarkation Day on the cruise. And I was like, hey, y'all, this is not Embarkation Day shirt anymore because it was voted out at a live stream. So this shirt doesn't even go with me on cruises anymore. It stays home.
You didn't take it on the cruise.
That's true. Speaking of the group cruise,
you did, didn't you?
Let me sidetrack. We do have a handful of cabins left for that group cruise, if you're interested.
It's true.
ParoDeeJay.com/travel. All the details are there, and this lady will get you hooked up because we got some pretty awesome prices locked in on that.
Just a few more, a couple more weeks before final payment. So we got to get it in there. Yeah.
That's true. But now I've decided, let me get back on my track, that this shirt is going to be new cruise announcement shirt.
Ooh.
Is that dumb or what? Anyway,
no, it's good.
So I only had planned on talking about 2 cruises today, which we'll do later. I decided to do 3, y'all. It's been so long, we're going to throw in a bonus cruise. See, Team Carl boarding day shirt in the house. It's not. See, it got voted out. Remember, I'm honoring the results of that live stream poll where it got voted out. So I have to honor the wishes. All right, let's jump back and actually read some chat here. I'm going to just start at 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Y'all,
seems fair.
I don't even know if I remember how to read chat
There's
anymore.
a lot of people in here, so hello to everybody. Thank you so much for spending time with us.
It's been 4.5 months since we did the live stream machine, technically.
I know.
That's a long time.
It is.
John Chrisman says, time to take a vacation to recover. Well, that's what we're doing at home, actually.
I mean, it's routine, but it does feel, I guess, more like a vacation. It's different.
Well, we're rehydrating because we find, we are not great at getting enough water on a cruise. Like, we'll drink water in the gym.
A lot, yeah.
And at meals. And I'll go in, like, the bathroom sink and drink some water sometimes. Not like a dog, but in my bottle, and you put a little flavor in there. Speaking of, bow!
He did not take that on the cruise.
No.
Just water.
I
think I've had, 6 or 7 of these today.
Yeah, hydration. It's exciting.
This is 6.
I decided to be weird tonight. This is my first flavored water of the day. And what I did... Fun fact, we brought home a lot of flavored water packets that we took on the cruise and didn't drink. I decided to mix 2 of them today. I was Bill Nye the Science Guy, or Mr. Wizard. I mixed Wild Strawberry, who did not play that funky music. That's Wild Cherry.
Wild Cherry.
And lemonade.
Oh, strawberry lemonade.
It's
Wild Strawberry Lemonade.
That's the one. I have not tasted it.
Excuse me.
I don't know how wild it's going to be. Could turn me into a wild and crazy guy.
You already are. So.
That is true. That's tasty.
You just yelled at everybody.
It's a little more strawberry than I would like it to be. So maybe half a strawberry and a full lemonade would be nice.
I mean, that's a lot of water. So.
Hey, is there chat that I need to read? Okay, let's read chat. Whew. Please keep me on track. I'm all over the place because I forgot how to do this. Oh, the emojis are out, y'all. I tried to actually mess with the membership levels earlier today, but I didn't commit to it because it was making me do stupid stuff. Because somebody wrote and was like, your levels are too expensive because we only have the one level and it was kind of a joke. And they thought that the level was 99 cents and I was going to make a 99-cent level. I've got to figure out how to pull that off.
Yeah.
But thanks to everybody who's clicked that and
we have a
rocking
list.
those emojis. A-OK says, you guys do live streams? I didn't know you did that. Is this a weekly thing? No. Just like that. I should put a poll.
No.
Should we cancel weekly live
No,
streams?
stop.
All right, that's fine.
You're in rare form.
Oh, help me. Terry and Mia, hello. Hope you had a fabulous time. You didn't make it to Australia. Next year we will be in Australia.
It wasn't on this year's itinerary, but plenty next year.
Yeah, this one was all, well, gosh, we saw 5 continents.
We did.
And sadly, Australia and Asia were not on there. No. Or do you say Oceania and Asia? I get confused as to how that works. Carol King. Oh my gosh, I love your songs. Oh no, it went away. Oh no, it was a comment about being hot, and then I made a joke and it went away. All right, here we go.
Can't do that.
Carol King, it's too late, baby. Where are you? Oh no, now I'm back at 7
Oh yeah,
o'clock.
no, see, that jumped a lot.
All right, let's find out where we were.
Carol King, we're sorry.
No, that's A-OK. Gosh, that's A-OK is not Carol King. All right, here we are.
There you are.
Welcome back. Oh yes, hot and humid. Thanks for well documenting your memorable cruise.
It is hot.
We
went outside the terminal in Florida yesterday, and everyone was melting.
I thought I was going to be the only one because I'm very temperature sensitive.
Yeah, everybody was just melting.
And I mean, we went to like the Amazon and some places that were hot. Yeah, Florida's hot.
Yeah, well, but see, it wasn't as hot. It was humid in those places,
true.
Like really humid, but not as warm.
Megan says, when's the next cruise? That's what we're going to talk about. I don't know what time. It'll be sometime before 9 o'clock because we always do the serious stuff before 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
One lucky boy says, Dee, your hair is so long. A lot of people have been talking about your long hair.
It is long. I think I'm going to cut it a little bit.
Elizabeth, coming for you.
Everyone's like, no, don't cut your hair. I'm not going to like chop it all off, but split ends after not cutting it for a while and things like that. So we'll probably tend to that just a bit.
It needs a trim.
It needs a trim, for sure.
Steve wants to know, during your visit to Devil's Island, did they make any reference to Papillon? They did.
They did. They actually showed the movie on the ship the night before we got there, too. We didn't get to see it, and they had it available to watch in your room. It's really nice.
Oh, yeah. And we still didn't watch it. We'll put it on the list of movies
we will watch it eventually.
Yeah, but they definitely did. They were really good about making, like, movies. Not making movies, but putting them in the theater based on where we were.
Yeah.
I was kind of fascinated by that.
And then after it showed in the theater, it was available on your TV. So that was awesome.
Crazy Cat Traveler, will the list of cruises cover your faces again? No, only if I move it up. With us doing these long ones, because we still have the one next year that's like real long, it's more about quantity of days in the thing rather than quantity. I missed the days where it covered faces.
Yeah.
G Hilt, is there a new boarding day cruise shirt? Yes, I think I'll probably debut that on the next cruise.
I'm like, there is?
Well, I don't think I picked one in particular for Volendam.
Okay.
But going forward, yes, because what was voted in the live stream was not get rid of Embarkation Day shirt as a concept altogether. It was get rid of this one. But make a new one and stick to it so that there is consistency, just not this. Crushes my soul. Lynn, did you get homesick ever on the world cruise? Oh yeah, there's always funny thing is we had a discussion with Mama J today about how like when we're gone we don't necessarily really miss like our house.
Right.
It's the the people that we're around when we're home. But yeah, that's a version of homesick.
Yeah. Little bits and things like we missed from
Water.
the house, like temperature controlling our own environment and things like doing our own laundry to make it smell really nice.
Yeah.
Things like that. But of course, family first. So.
Yeah, because we had a discussion, I think yesterday, whenever it was, about what are the things that we appreciate most about being home. So it was hydrating and having water all the time.
Yeah.
Being able, because Holland will do your laundry, but when they come back, they smell like nothing. They can't use fragrances and stuff
for
like
obvious
that for
reasons.
sensitivities. Yeah. So having laundry that smells freshly washed, which to me means it got some good scent on it.
Right. Controlling your temperature.
Yeah, and having air conditioning that you can actually click and it makes things colder. That was like my 3 silly things.
I agree. Yeah.
Mandolin, are there any solo cabins on the group cruise? Yes. If you go to the ParoDeeJay.com/travel, you'll see the double occupancy rates, but our solo rates are even better.
They're really good, actually.
They're good.
And we still have some available. Balconies, not as many, so we have a few.
Yeah, so... Oh yeah, Tiny Bubbles. Oh, they were talking about your hair length and will you be keeping it? We did just do that. Team Carl does not accept the results of the boarding day shirt poll. I know. It's sad because Team Carl now he has one.
I know. You just have to wear it on your ships.
Lawrence Garb, thank you so much for the chat. What does that say? Does that say spoiler alert? It's a little thing on there with a little red. I wish it was
that's
bigger.
Cute. Yeah.
But that is cute. No message, but I see the cute little emoji.
Thank you so
for
much.
the chat. Got lots of welcome home. Yeah, Laura had to search for her hammer. I know you probably put it in storage because who knows if you needed it again.
Should you go rent it from Tool Rental or something?
Oh yeah, go get the Home Depot. You can rent the truck to carry the hammer on the back on the bed of the truck to take it home.
Yeah.
Oh, I just say Home Depot because I used to work there. But something else happened. Beer Master, thank you so much for the chat.
That's cute.
What's that say? Number 1. Beer Master, you're number 1. Thank you for that. See, it doesn't put some of them up at the top, which always makes me sad. Electric Ballroom, thanks for helping us with Oasis D. We just got off today. Didn't hear that stupid song once.
Hey, that's huge, actually. And you're welcome. Thank you.
Sally Lewis, did you have the same room steward for your entire pole-to-pole cruise? That's funny.
No.
We did not.
And we didn't always know that it was going to change. So that was interesting.
Yeah, I think we had 4 different incarnations of room stewards. It was like we started with 2, and then 1 left, and then there was a replacement. Then the other one left, and there was a replacement, and then there was like 1 more. Because I know every time they would change, we got a new card in the room.
Yeah.
So,
but then 1 left and came back with another person. It was interesting.
Yeah, so no. Most of the staff, I would say, did not do the whole thing.
Right. Yeah.
Because it's a long time, like in thinking of entertainment staff especially, but some of them did have special contracts. Like Repertory stayed the whole time. Daniel, cruise director, stayed the whole time. Leanne. A bunch of them,
Samantha,
actually.
yeah.
April Rose, I know you did the treadmill and weights on your voyage, but what video exercises did you do? You both look great and glad to have you home. Yeah, because I think we mentioned it very briefly in the series.
Yeah. So before we even left, we had been working out consistently to work out on YouTube. It's called Grow with Joe. I just found it on TikTok, actually, of all places. Oh. And she has a lot of videos out there. And we do it's the 5-day, I forget exactly, 10.
I think she calls it her 2010 5
2010 5 method. That's it. And so we just do those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we do lots of walking in between and stuff too. But she has a ton of videos, and I want to try and do a few more of them.
True, because we've been doing that 5-day over and over and over and over.
We could probably teach it at this point. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be quoting it and knowing what's coming up next, and so we'll mix it up a little bit.
But it's good because you do cardio, you do weights, and then you do core at the end of it. So you get a lot of everything in there. So it's a full body.
This is true.
Yeah.
Kelly Ray, hope you enjoyed Halifax and if Jay got a Donair. We did, actually. This was our 4th time to Halifax. Well, one of the times in Halifax, we were exiting a ship in a hurry.
Oh, yeah.
If you remember that series. Yeah, Donair, we'll have to see when the video comes out. I did get a special snack, but it may or may not have been a Donair. Keith Anthony, how many cases of water did Team Carl send you during the pole-to-pole cruise? Now, that is a sad tale. I seem to remember 0 cases of water showing up in the cabin, and every day I would wake up and I would check outside the door, just maybe getting Santa came or something, but Santa Carl, and ho, 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 there was no water. So it was very sad, and I shed many tears over it, which led to me needing more hydration, unfortunately. Yeah. So. Meadow, it was Meadow 37. Did you get sick at all during the cruise? All right, now we had the drinking of water in Peru issue with you.
I had food poisoning, essentially. Sometime. Yeah.
I had just light sniffles somewhere around where I'm actually editing now, because in the beginning of tomorrow's video, because I just edited tomorrow's video today, I sound a little rough, but I think it was because I had just woken up and I hadn't talked a lot, so I'm like, welcome to Porto. I sound, I don't know, like Yoda.
I think I had 1 small cold. It only lasted 3 or 4 days. Did not get COVID or anything. There was no wide outbreak of COVID on our ship that we were ever told of, so that was fantastic. I think going to the gym and eating proper meals and stuff probably helped with that, and being out in the fresh air all the time. I don't know, but we were very lucky. I'm knocking on something.
On plastic. This is some sort of resin table from Home Depot. Oddly enough.
It is.
Yeah, I think, a lot of people, we heard a lot of coughing. There was there
was definitely a lot of coughing, but that's,
Especially, when we got to the cold part in the bottom of the world and the cold part in the top of the world, it seemed like people were sicker, but we managed to avoid a lot of that.
We're usually not around a lot of people all
That's
the time
true.
either.
We hide sometimes.
Well, we work, and yeah.
And of course it jumped to the bottom, but I was right about at 8:04. Yep, there we go. Haha.
It's water, did someone say?
Oh, yeah. Team Carl can help me know where I am. Samuel, can you go to New Zealand so I can take inspiration from the videos next year? Yes, we have that on the world next year with Princess.
We will be there.
Tiny Bubbles, how much did you pay for Wi-Fi on this cruise or annually for all trips? We're going to dig into the other, like the full-on cost of excursions, Wi-Fi, laundry, all of that stuff as like a finale to this series.
Yeah. Annually,
Oh, true.
because sometimes there's packages that include it and things like that. So we would have to really dig into that. But
Yeah, I don't remember for this cruise specifically. I'd have to check my notes. And then, like I said, we'll do that in like a wrap-up type of situation. So we're going to get into all them costs because I don't know them off the top of my head.
right.
Jim says, looks like water from Lake Erie.
Ew.
It looks a little brownish.
It's pink.
It's quite pink in person.
Yeah. Or peach, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's kind of peach.
Peaches. That looks good. Let's see. Melinda says you should try a Circle water bottle. I've heard the brand. What's cool about it? Is it this big? Does it hold 3 pounds of water? Like my Nalgene one does?
I like my water bottle.
Yeah, what?
It's probably one of my most used things that I took on the cruise, actually.
That is true.
That
because
water
that's
bottle.
something else we're going to discuss in a finale.
There's a few
is
things. Yeah, we'll get into all
What did
that.
we take that we didn't need and what did we wish we had? Which is pretty much.
And what do we use the most, probably?
That kind of stuff,
Yeah.
yeah. Kara says, would you do the ultimate world cruise like Royal Caribbean's 274 day? Now, Royal Caribbean, no, I would not do theirs. But I need more plugs. But, I mean, I feel like
I could.
Yeah. It would be difficult to not probably be around to support family for that long.
That's a long time, for sure.
Mama J just got done with spinal fusion surgery. I think she's 5 weeks out or something, or 4 weeks out.
That was kind of an unexpected thing that came up while we were gone. So
yeah, just sort of an emergency, and she was like, she didn't need
Don't
anything
come home.
for us to come home. She's like, don't interrupt your trip. I'll be okay. There's other family around that could support her, but now we're back, so we're springing into action. I'm going to be cutting grass all summer, y'all. I'm the grass man.
that's all right. She does a lot for us.
But I would say, yeah, that would be something I could see us doing on another line. Air Force less ding-dong question. I appreciate the old ding-dongs. I feel like we should re-explain that at some point and get people ding-donging again, but I'll save that for another time. Did the neighborhood watch in your area call the police? 2 strangers in the neighborhood.
Oh, when we came home. No.
Well, all right. Funny thing is, let's go ahead and talk about our story that happened
yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because somebody did come in the neighborhood at an unauthorized time. So, hey, remember when we got home from our last trip? This is 8/17 story time.
Yeah.
And our suitcases were lost. They were left behind. They got shipped to us. All the wheels fell off, and they were just busted up. So
That
we
was
got
fun times.
nice, brand new luggage, level 8. We made that special video about level 8. And so we get back from this trip, and we're connecting through Atlanta. We go Fort Lauderdale, Atlanta, and Norfolk. Our Fort Lauderdale flight was delayed in leaving, and we had an hour and 35-minute layover in Atlanta.
Yeah.
We were about an hour late out of Fort Lauderdale, so we ended up with maybe a half hour. It was a very quick little
It was like 20 minutes by the time we got to the gate, actually. Yeah.
We made the plane.
Woo.
5 suitcases did not. Excuse me, 4 suitcases and a brand new
duffel
Holland
bag.
American Line duffel bag did not make the plane.
No.
So woof, we left Atlanta. Bags decided they wanted to stay a little bit longer. So we got to the airport in Norfolk.
Filed a claim.
Went to the claim man. We walked in the door and he said, "Oh, I just got an alert. Are you looking for 5 bags?" So they knew.
Yeah.
And filled out all the paperwork, and he's like, "Okay, cool. Within 5 days, we're gonna send those to your house because they have a special driver that I guess drives them around. Who knows?" So they're very sad. We're like, I don't know when we're gonna get our stuff.
At least it was while we were coming home, though.
Yes, it's been the end of the trip 2 times.
Like, that's worked out okay.
So we come home, we go to bed. Wake up this morning, 7:30. Look at my phone. I have a text from 2 a.m. that says, "Good news! A driver is heading your way to deliver you your suitcases." I said, "A what?" And I kept reading. There were more texts. 3 a.m. Your driver is here. Millicent, her name is. And she is delivering your packages. And then 4 minutes later, your packages were left on the back porch. Hope everything's cool. Bye. It rained last night.
A lot.
A lot.
We woke up at about 7.
Yeah, went out. 5 bags sitting on the back porch, wet as anything.
No idea they were even here. We didn't wake up Didn't hear anything.
So they're all up on the top step. We got a little, I don't know what you call it, a stoop. It's not a deck.
Yeah.
Like 5 steps up. And then, okay, open the door, lift up a duffel bag. Now, when we did the level 8 video, we talked about how good the wheels on those suitcases are. As soon as that duffel bag came off of that one suitcase, roly, 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 donk, 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 donk. 57 pounds of suitcase went down 4 steps and landed on rocks.
It was mine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
They all have the wheels. Now there's one little scratch on one of them, but
that's on yours, actually.
They look beautiful. Mm-hmm. They roll like a dream. And they survived falling down our steps as well as being shipped in a truck, whereas our previous suitcases did not. So 3 a.m. our suitcases came to our house. We were not awake. We didn't even hear it.
Like, I don't understand why they deliver them that early.
Who is working? Okay, I know people work at 3 a.m.,
yeah.
but I didn't think because it was like a subsidiary of UPS. I'm like, what are they doing delivering packages at 3 a.m.? So we got our suitcases.
I was grateful to have them.
Yeah, laundry has started. Everything is going great. But I mean, we opened them all up. Everything dry inside. Mm-hmm. So dry. So we can confirm, at least the level 8s that we got, they're water resistant. At least,
yeah.
As
if
long
that's
as
not a testament to like those everybody's like, I want to know your thoughts. We're like, well, we're only really just taking them from here to here.
Oh, they got tested.
They did. They were tested
they
for sure.
They have been stress tested and water tested, and they have approved, and they've been roll tested. So
those wheels are insane. He put them on the scale, and it started rolling towards the guy.
Yeah, he's
they're
like,
really good wheels.
Set your bag up here, and I mean, it almost ran over the employee. So we approve, other than the fitting under the cruise bed test, which it did not pass. It would have to be opened to put under a cruise bed, which if we only had one suitcase, we could do. But since we had 2 each, we just stacked them in.
It was fine. I wouldn't trade them anyway.
Y'all. So that was a very brief moment of not having our suitcases.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can talk. We can confirm, which I guess I'm going to tell that story again in the wrap-up video because not everybody watches these live streams. We don't need to do a whole nother level 8 video because why? It was y'all. But hey, if you do want level 8, they gave us a discount code. I don't remember what it is right now, but go look on our channel for level 8, and we've got a nice little infomercial all about them. Which
it's good stuff.
And they send us a commission if you buy one. So hey,
so how did your luggage do on your trip?
Oh my gosh, did somebody just ask that? Yeah. Daniel, that's so fun. Daniel, glad we could just answer your question before I even read it. But that's what I mean, because my mom has like a driveway, like a sensor that ding-dongs in the house.
It sings a song, yeah.
If somebody comes down the driveway, and if she was, I guess, peeing at 3 in the morning. I mean, not that that's an atrocious thing. I don't mean to tell all her secrets, but she pees at 3 in the morning. So do I. And she heard the ding, boo, doo, doo, boop, and she looked out and saw suitcases sitting on our back porch. Anyway, Mary, let's get back to questions. How much did you budget for excursions on the pole to pole? I did not make an excursion budget. I just I don't really.
I picked from a list.
Yeah.
So I went through Holland America's excursions, picking out things that were interesting. Then I went elsewhere to find those things for the most part, because you can generally find less expensive excursions third party or going direct, things like that. And if something seemed really, really, really cool, we just did it, because when were we going to be back in some of these ports again?
Like the King Penguins.
The penguins and things like that. Yeah. We didn't go nuts, but we definitely, went out a little bit for some of those.
Yeah, it's like a general cruise. I don't think I really go into it with a budget. I go into it with a mindset of I want to find the best deals. Like, if I find a cheap tour that looks cheap and like a little bit more expensive one that seems cool, I'll do the more expensive one. But I usually try to find like the cheapest, I'll say, option, inexpensive, that actually look good and have good ratings.
Yeah.
So good. We'll talk about how much we spent on excursions later.
Right.
But yeah, budget, that's not how I go into it, I guess.
No.
Maybe I should. I could have budgeted $100 for excursions for the whole cruise.
Yeah. Well, we did a lot of hiking towards the end, and those are free and frugal days. So there'll be a lot of that coming up.
Yeah. Big Blue Matt G, thanks so much for the chat. I remember eagerly why the videos of your first royal cruise. Now you are world cruisers. Looking back, do you wish you had tried the other lines earlier? Thanks so much for the chat. I mean, I know our goal was to get to, basically max out Carnival's loyalty program, which we did. And then, did we actually get all the way to Diamond before we started sailing other lines? We at least got to Platinum.
I think we were Platinum, and then we tried Royal, and then we went, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I kind of like the way we did. I guess we could have gone, right out of the gate just trying a whole bunch of different lines. But Carnival was our first cruise, and it was what we knew, and we enjoyed it, and we still enjoy it.
I feel like a lot of our early on audience was all Carnival people, too, which are some of the best people. Everybody's cool. But
That's right.
But people still really enjoy when we do Carnival, and we like doing Carnival
I might be
cruises.
talking about Carnival in a few minutes.
You
about
never
some
know.
future trips, y'all. Who knows? Let's see. I'll just say 8:30. I'll talk about a couple of trips.
Yeah.
Did I answer the question? Okay, I
think
hope
so.
so. I think I did. All right, so where was that one? Oh, it was in the chat. Okay, so there's the luggage. Welcome home and back to the grind. Yep, back to the editing. I actually...
Same thing as we've been doing.
I know. Yeah, because we've been taking like every other day because all the sea days turned into work days. But now it's like I don't have any port days.
Yeah.
My port days when I'm home are
Cutting the
mow the
grass.
grass day.
Go to the grocery store for family.
Yeah. Take mama to the doctor day. That's one of my port days. It's stuff like that. So
Choir practice.
choir practice day. Yeah,
Church.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, and then when I'm not doing that, I'm gonna be making videos. Mike says, wearing the embarkation shirt on the group cruise will be like playing your greatest hits. I think you kind of have to. Y'all, maybe I'll take it on there and I'll burn it. Will they let me have a fire on the ship?
I'm just going to ignore him.
I guess they won't. I still enjoy it.
Yeah.
DC-47, what is the biggest difference between the ships from Costa you've noticed? Versus the original built for Carnival ships. I'm boarding on the Venezia soon and looking forward to seeing the differences.
We've never been on Costa.
Right. Now, I haven't looked into those
Yeah.
Australian ships, but they're P&O? Where did they get those two ships from? I think they're P&O. Anyway, I think the ones in question now are Luminosa, Venezia, and Firenze, which Luminosa is a different beast from Venezia and Firenze. I like Venezia and Firenze better than Luminosa, I think. Biggest difference, because when we were on them, they felt very familiar. Like when you're on Luminosa, it's like that spirity. Luminosa's just weird.
Well, the layout's slightly different, yeah.
Yeah, I like it. And then Venezia and Firenze give you that old school kind of like victory, triumph vibe, because I think that's the class that they fit into.
Yeah.
Biggest difference, I guess, is just that they're kind of leaning into the Italian theming. But to me, it feels like a Carnival cruise with just a few differences.
Yeah.
Megan, don't cut it. I love it long. Oh, it's a hair. I thought it was a plea for embarkation shirt, but it was a plea for your hair.
I mean, we'll see. My hair, I do what I want.
That's true. This is my shirt. I do what I want. Yeah. Retired will travel. Question: would you recommend that cruise to others? I have been thinking to do it in 2027. Yeah, if you can, do it.
Yeah,
and if you,
go
ahead. I was getting ready to plug. I was just
gonna say it's not for everybody. You definitely have to be okay with being gone that long and finding things to do sometimes.
Yeah.
If you like reading, it's fantastic. They have really good music. But I could see how some people would not want to be on a ship that long. Mm-hmm. And they do segments, though. So you could just book a few of the segments as well instead of committing to the whole cruise. Us, we could do it for sure. We loved it.
Well, we already have one booked for 26.
We already did it. But
and we are thinking, we've already picked the one out that we want to do for 27. We're just waiting. We're not doing it right now.
I don't think they're going to do the pole to pole. At least they haven't announced it yet. So it didn't sell quite as well as they wanted it to. So we'll have to wait and see if that happens in the future.
I think in like 5 more years, they'll be like, let's resurrect that pole to pole concept.
But everybody on the ship really enjoyed it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm surprised they decided. Like you said it all. It didn't sell that well, and they sort of are rethinking it. I think. Yeah, I was just going to jump in and say, if you want to book a world cruise, go to.
I would be happy to assist you with that.
Anyway. But like you said, even a segment, because the one we were on, most of the segments were about 45 days. Right. There was that special 33 day, which was the Amsterdam, Mountain, back to Florida that you could do. So that was the shortest segment that I saw for sale was 33 days.
Yeah.
There's another thing. Janie Bupp, thank you so much for the chat.
That is, wow.
What is it doing? It flied in on a rocket. Can other people can see this and they don't think I'm just crazy talking about a pair riding on a rocket?
I can see it right
okay,
there
good.
on my screen.
Thank you so much for the chat. I don't see a message attached to it, but we appreciate that one.
That's cute.
All right, but I'm curious to see the difference next year when we go on Princess, because I know there are things on Princess we are going to like better. And I know there are things on Holland we're going to like better. That's just how cruise lines work.
Nothing's perfect.
Right. But I'll say I think we're probably going to look at Holland again in 27. So just to see how it goes. Mm-hmm. But that's just a thought for me.
We like the itinerary.
That's not one of the ones we're announcing.
No.
Let's see. Bridget's Buzz, did you buy much on the cruise? If so, favorite purchase? Do you have a favorite purchase? Because you got a Panama hat, an alpaca sweater,
yeah.
lots of earrings. You got pants at Lindex. Have people seen Lindex yet? No, they haven't yet.
I mean, I tend to buy like clothing items because I like things that are a little unique. Of course, I still go to like Old Navy and stuff, but that's okay. I really like the earrings I bought in Manaus from Amazonica.
Yes.
They go with everything. They're super lightweight.
But you don't like wearing them outside.
No, the wind does not love them. They're like, so they're very lightweight. But they're really nice, and they're just handcrafted and awesome. We didn't buy any like giant things because luggage, because Holland gave us giant things to bring home. We had enough stuff.
And I didn't really buy, I mean, other than a few pins here and there, and I did eventually get some socks. You'll see that coming up later.
Yeah.
I didn't buy a whole lot. I was just mostly experiences and like, maybe
Memories.
certain foods sometimes and stuff like that. So, cheese. Well, I did buy cheese. Y'all saw the buy-in. Oh, gosh, we still have not eaten that cheese.
We need to put in the fridge.
That truffle cheese from Montserrat.
Mm-hmm.
It's 8:30. Okay, so I'm only at 8:08 in chat. If chat jumps, I need to roll back to 8:08. So
Well, there are like 1,100 people in here, so
No,
there's probably a lot of chat. That's a lot of people.
You not have anything better to do on a Sunday night?
We really missed you guys.
Ain't there no like party karaoke bars you could go hang out at instead of? We appreciate y'all being here
So much. Thank you.
Y'all, let's talk about 2 cruises. Now,
Yes.
I gotta say, we are keeping our summer relatively calm.
Well, to be home with family.
Yes,
Yeah.
to be around when family is really needing it. We had a couple of cruises that we had already committed to that we're getting ready to pull off in the summer. And then we're like laying low until Margaritaville, the group cruise. So we ain't going to have no Augusts. We ain't going to have no Septembers. We're going to jump back out in October and then have a pretty busy fall.
Yeah.
But we decided that one place that we love to go when it is hot in the summertime in the Caribbean is the Southern Caribbean, in fact.
Where it's the hottest.
We love going to the hottest places on the planet
That's
when
okay.
it's really, really hot. In case you haven't heard, Carnival is opening a brand new private island called Celebration Key.
Indeed they are.
We have decided that we should probably be on the very first ship that actually sails to Celebration Key so we can see what it's all about. We're going back on Vista. Now, this will be our 3rd time on Vista, but this is special because, well, we're going to Bonaire. It's going to be 200 degrees. We're going to Aruba. It's going to be 250 degrees. Aruba's hotter.
Yeah.
And Celebration Key, the brand new spot. Is anybody booked on this cruise? Because we looked this up. We've had this booked a while.
It's been, forever.
Because we looked up what is the schedule, what's the first ship. Carnival is near and dear to our hearts, and if they're opening a new island, I feel like we need to be there. So there we go. That is hot cruise number 1. Now, the good news is we're the only ship in.
Yes, that's true.
And it's going to be fun.
Yeah. And we'll hopefully show everything to you guys.
I hope so. If not, y'all fuss at us. It's okay. But then we decided, oh my gosh, one visit to Celebration Key is probably not enough. When we got to drive to Florida, we may as well go to Celebration Key twice. So this cruise gets back on the, how does math work, 20th.
Yeah.
And we're going to have 2 new things. Y'all, we have never cruised out of Jacksonville, Florida. We are going to go revisit good old Carnival Elation on a 5-nighter out of Jacksonville. And we get to go to Celebration Key again. And guess what? We're the only ship in that day.
I know.
Y'all, Elation is small. So I feel like we're going to have a good time being the only ship at Celebration Key that day.
That should be good. Well, the first time is for research.
Yeah.
And the second time we go back, I think we can go and enjoy
That might just
the
be
things
fun.
that we researched, which will be nice for us as well. So we'll still obviously show both experiences.
Yeah, the Vista is right. It's going to be about running around, learning stuff,
Showing
and trying
everything.
to see everything and sweating to death.
Probably
and not
jumping
showing
in the
myself.
water because it'll be so hot.
Yeah, I'm not going to appear in that video. I already know. You'll hear me, but don't look at me. And if you happen to be on that cruise and you see me, don't touch me that day.
Just
Holy
wave.
moly, I'm going to be
Like
hot.
this.
I'll wave from afar, but don't touch me. So Boom Boom Vista, July 12th, 8 nights, and that goes through the 20th. And then Boom Boom Elation from the 21st to the 26th, and then we come back home.
I'm just seeing if anybody said they're on it.
So we'll come back home after that, and then we are home until Margaritaville. We're not
Yes.
adding anything in. We will go from Elation, and then we will go to Margaritaville. So there we go. We'll be home for family and no more sneaky. We're not going to Alaska this year. This is the first year we've missed it other than COVID, but that's all right.
But I feel like we've done a lot this year.
We have. We got some lined up next year. Yeah. That's all right.
And if anybody wants to book either of those cruises, there are still rooms available. Very limited on the Vista.
There's only interiors and suites on Vista, and Elation
everything
has all
is available still on Elation. So,
and
be last minute though.
If you book at ParoDeeJay.com/travel, you'll be our best friend. At least for that,
I will help you.
At least for that cruise, and then we'll have more best friends on the other cruise because that's how best friends work.
Anyway, but yeah, we'll be there, and we would love to meet you.
So it's gonna be hot, y'all. Summer plans. Why do I sign up for hot things?
Because it's big news.
I know. Tracy Graves, thank you so much for the chat. Why is that fox laughing at me? Because I'm going to sweat to death. Thank you, Fox, for laughing at me. We appreciate it. Thank you for the chat. All right, I got to catch up because I'm literally at 8:08 in chat. This is terrible. Favorite port on the 120 day. We've already talked. Well, it's 133, but no, that's
okay.
Favorite port on the world cruise. This is tough because we can't decide. There were a whole lot of new areas.
So many different experiences too. I think we're gonna have to save that for the video because we really do need to dive into that. We literally just got home yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, my highlight was obviously being to say hey, I floated around Antarctica. That was the whole reason that I wanted to book this one is because of Antarctica, and it was amazing. We had fantastic weather. We had a great Drake crossing. You could not have asked for that.
It was perfect. Yeah.
People say you go down there for 4 days and it rained and cloudy the whole time.
It even snowed. That was cool.
We had sun. We had snow.
Yeah.
I've seen sun and I've seen snow.
I don't think that's how that goes.
That's not. That was a little Bob Dylan, James Taylor right there. I don't know what that voice was. Mark Blackburn, new to the channel. Where do you call home? We flew into Norfolk, but that's because we're from the Virginia Beach area.
And welcome.
Keith Cullen, how was sleeping in your bed after this giant trip? My back kind of hurts, which is annoying.
Our bed is pretty soft compared to the ship bed, which in the beginning was a bit firm. We had to get used to that, but I don't know. I was fine. I slept like a baby. I was so tired.
My back hurt the first 2 weeks of the cruise because I was getting used to that hard bed. But after 4.5 months of living in that bed, it's tough to adjust back to my own. Normally when you get back from a trip, you're like, my bed. It doesn't work like that this time.
I was fine.
Oh, well. It'll get better. Kim Young, did they show Casablanca after your night in Morocco? They did, didn't they? And did you finally see it?
No.
I didn't. I've never seen it.
I've seen it.
Michelle, did you have any extreme weather on the pole to pole? Not really.
We had some like northern storms that definitely were rocking and rolling a bit, but nothing terrible.
No. I think our roughest times were right around Iceland. What is it with us in Iceland?
Those storms are bad, yeah.
The volcanoes didn't go off this time, did they?
No.
Last time we left Iceland, the volcanoes blew up.
They're
and I was very
getting ready to again, yeah. No, we actually had really good, even the transatlantic crossing.
That was great.
They said, it was unheard of for that time of year to have such smooth seas. And we had some bumps, but nothing bad.
I forgot how to use a bottle.
Give me that.
Okay, she did it. Yeah, that was, okay. FedEx, ding dong. Hey, kids, when did you get home? Yesterday. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and our suitcases got home this morning.
Last night, basically.
Yeah. Crazy Cat Traveler, you should wear your own merch as your embarkation shirt. I used to use that one pocket one. It's not our merch, but it's the one that Laura's friend made for us. But then I realized I really love having 2 pockets. I'm a dork. Okay, let's just look for questions. Samantha, any food that you just had to have now that you're home? Well, that's another sad story because the one thing, every time we talked about going home, and I was like, what do you want to eat when we go home?
Okay, so Jay makes a 2-ingredient dough pizza. It's like a healthy pizza.
There's a video on the channel about it.
It's amazing, and I missed it because the pizza on Holland, I'm just going to be honest, on the smaller ships, not the Pinnacle class, the smaller ones, the pizza is not good.
It's bad.
Even the crew will tell you it's just not pizza.
No, it's bad on that ship.
So I literally had 1 piece of pizza on the whole cruise just to try it, and I didn't go back.
It's down with celebrity pizza. They both know how to make some really bad pizza.
But on the Pinnacle class, there's a whole pizza restaurant, and that's delicious.
That's good.
That's amazing.
Right.
So I really wanted that pizza. However, we put in a shopping order. Nobody has yogurt because you need Greek yogurt to make the dough. They don't have any. So we're going to go tomorrow and see if we can find some. It's a stupid, sad story, but it's sad.
It's the pizza, the 2-ingredient dough pizza that I made in the Foodie Friday video on the channel a couple of years ago.
It's so good.
Robin T wants to know, how does the drone show rate in your trip? We were blown away by it. Now, funny thing is, you were there for it, and you saw it, but there was an umbrella in our way. But
and the captain.
And the captain stood in the way of us.
It's fine. I wanted him to enjoy it, so it's okay.
But you watched the video the other day. How did that go?
It made me emotional, even though, well, I was there because I'm remembering, like, you know, all the memories and stuff. But I got super emotional, and the music was great. The narration by our cruise director and the other one was so good. Yeah, it was beautiful. They did a phenomenal job with it, and it was so clear.
Yeah, I'm glad that Holland put it out.
Me too.
The video that I took was okay. Like, you could see most of the stuff, but there was just a big umbrella in the way the whole time.
Yeah.
What is happening? David James, thank you so much for the chat. Love your Hackswin cruising, and your Wilmington video helped me decide to move there. Whoa!
Oh, Wilmington? Oh, wow.
Nice.
It's a beautiful area.
Thank
That's
you for
awesome.
That. Yeah, we need to get back to Wilmington. I've still got a gift card for a restaurant in Wilmington I need to use. Or I'm just going to give it away to somebody who lives in Wilmington. Yeah, that's fun. Wilmington is super cute, but yeah, thank you for the chat. And thanks for listening to our advice. Guys, if you need help knowing where to move, we can tell you.
We can just list places and you just pick.
Most places are going to be like on a ship. Like, we'll recommend lots of ships you can move on to.
Yeah.
Tracy says that was a long time to be on a ship and away from home. Did either of you at any point during the pole to pole feel like you were ready to be done? OBS Studio say it disconnected. Did we? Are we still happening?
Hold on.
All right, my OBS Studio app just gave me a notification. I think we're okay. Okay. Those last 3 sea days from Boston to Florida, the room was so
You're
hot.
back. Okay. Oh,
What
buffering.
happened?
We were buffering, but we're good. Okay.
Oh, no.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, I got a message from OBS Studio, which I just updated.
Now chat's going to go crazy because everyone's telling us we're back.
Oh, it's fine.
It's all right, you guys.
I'll skip that part when I get down to it. Weird. All right. But yeah, I think hopefully the question got answered because, yeah.
Just if we got, ready to go.
Let's see. AOK says, hope laundry was included on your world cruise. No, but we did change loyalty status in Montevideo, and that earned us free laundry for the rest of the trip, which was fantastic.
So most of it, yes.
Yeah. Kayla, did your hats provide good coverage for the entire trip? They looked great. They were, and they're like sweat proof. Like, I was worried wearing a tan hat that I was going to be like, ring around the head, man. Yeah. They don't sweat through. I love the things now. I'm going to wear them when I'm motoring.
I like my cute little adventure hat, too.
Oh, you got your pole-to-pole shirt on, too.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
I figured it was a nice bright color. So.
Speaking of bright colors.
You have all of them.
All right, let's see. Chris Brown, when is y'all's group cruise? It is October. We only have the one right now, and if you go to ParoDeeJay.com/travel, it's got all the details about it.
Yeah.
Okay, travel, what cruise are you talking about? Oh, you probably figured it out by now. We're talking about the pole-to-pole, but we've also discussed a group cruise.
Yeah.
Let's see. Team Carl says, Mama J has the physique of a bodybuilder after shoveling all that snow at Jay's house and lawn mowing while they were on the world cruise. That's true. JS, what about any pets? Do you miss them as well? No.
I mean, we would, but we don't have any now.
Our last cat passed away in August of 22, I think. So it's almost been 3 years since we've had a pet, and we just can't do that to one right now.
Oh, if we still did, we would not have gone on a cruise that long. Absolutely not.
No. We already said if we were going to get another pet, we probably couldn't go away for more than a couple of weeks at a time.
Yeah.
We did when we had pets, but they were so used to our ways.
Plus, his mom would come over and take care of him, like, every day. So, yeah.
All right, so let's see. We already talked about possible sicknesses. Michelle says, does it feel weird to sleep in your own bed without the lulling of the ocean rocking you to sleep? Now, the weird thing is, I wake up to sunlight. That's something that hasn't happened in 4.5 months. I'm like, I opened my eyes this morning. I'm like, what is this blinding me before I'm ready to be awake? Jeff's Journey, are you hugging the accessible rooms for October we booked before you announced that my parents want one? We had one in our group, but I think that they've released them all.
Yeah, I don't think we have any.
Yeah, we had an obstructed ocean view. That was all they offered us, but that class of ship never really had many cabins built for accessibility, sadly. It's an early 2000s ship. See, there's Mark with a question about cats. We no longer have
Laura
cats.
said that, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Laura.
Engineer, how did you like Newfoundland? Well, I learned that it's pronounced Newfoundland, not Newfoundland. Last time we went, I said it wrong, and I apologize.
It's beautiful, and the people are so welcoming there. Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, and you'll see what it affected us again. What is happening?
Oh, no.
Help. All right, hopefully OBS...
Frozen lost you again.
Oh, no. Okay, OBS is back. What is happening, OBS? Because I don't think this is... All
right, we're back. Oh.
What is happening? All right.
It's just... Laura texted me, so I'm just like, thank you.
Good. Yeah, there's nothing I can do for my poor OBS. I'm hardwired.
There are storms in the area, and that could have something to do with it. So.
That's true. There's like tornadoes out there.
Well, not out there.
No, true. Oh, AOK said captain and cruise director. Cruise director, yes, we had Daniel, but we had 2 captains. We had Captain Renz and Captain Paul.
Paul.
Yeah.
You're still connected to the ship Wi-Fi, somebody said.
Probably. This computer didn't even go on there, so that's amazing. G. Hilt, did the temperature change much between different parts of the world? Was it comfortable in Antarctica? Well, Antarctica got down to 0 Celsius or
cold.
32. We reached freezing in Antarctica, and I think we reached at least 90, low to mid 90s Fahrenheit in the other parts.
Yeah,
so
it was extreme changes in weather.
It's as cold and as warm as I want to be, I would say. I feel like, didn't we get even colder?
I feel like not Greenland. The one day in Greenland was very cold, actually. So, yeah, when we were waiting to get back on the tender.
Oh, yeah.
It was freezing.
But it might not have, yeah. So we touched freezing a couple of times. Christine, are you guys swaying being on land now after being on a ship so long? Surprisingly, none of that.
That doesn't happen to us anymore because we travel quite a bit, I guess. But in the beginning, it used to.
Yeah, like I would sit down and my head would be like, whoa, like when we first started cruising. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thomas says, did Kat stay on the piano the whole trip?
She did. Yeah. And she got to go home yesterday, too.
Yeah, because we had the Eli Grace swamp, but Kat was on the whole time.
I love Kat.
Yeah. What's the website for the group cruise? ParoDeeJay.com/travel. I'm sure somebody might have put it already. We talked about Newfoundland. We talked about rocking of the ship. Mary says, did you go to the spa at any time during your trip?
No.
We just couldn't find time in 133 days to...
We're not really spa people.
I'm really not.
I know, it's like something we should probably like show, but we don't film the spa because that's weird. Because there's people in there getting treatments and stuff. I don't know. That's just not our thing.
I was going to try to find a time we could go maybe look at the thermal spa and record it, but we just never got to.
Yeah.
It was either closed or people were in there. And it's just weird carrying a camera around when people are trying to sit around in towels and enjoy themselves.
Yeah, because the saunas are included without having to have a spa pass. So that was something you could use. So that's one reason we probably didn't go film because people were always in there. So.
Dang, people.
Well, no, I think it was nice that you could use them.
Penny says, did you have a hard time packing your luggage after all your purchases? We had to break out an extra bag.
Mostly because of what Holland gave everybody. There was a lot of stuff.
That ship model that I won. Yeah, there was a few things that...
All my clothes fit.
Daniel says, did I miss the piranhas in the Amazon? Because the funny thing was, we were going to have a combo tour that was swimming with the pink dolphins, and it also included piranha fishing. We ended up switching. Because we found Do Brazil Right. Their tour did not include the piranha fishing, but it had so many more other things.
But it was the piracu.
We did the piracu.
So we did fish for, not really, but these giant fish. So
yeah, true.
I enjoyed it so much.
Mm-hmm. So next time, swimming with piranhas.
No,
I guess.
You have fun with that.
Dawn, how long did it take you, or how long will it take you to go through all your mail? Done, actually. Only about 10% of it was worth keeping. We get so many cruise brochures. Oceana will not stop sending us brochures. Like, I think we get one a week. And Regent sends us brochures.
I can tell them to stop.
I need to tell them don't mail us things. Because if I want to know it, I'll go on the computer.
We've only gone on one of each of those.
They really want us to come back or something. I don't know. But yeah, it took maybe 20 minutes to flip through everything to see what was good. Caleb, looking to do Alaska next May on Princess out of Vancouver. What was your take on how Princess does Alaska? They're my number one. Yeah, they do a very immersive experience. From the food, they bring on local entertainments, puppies in the piazza for like Skagway. Is it Skagway? Wherever they have puppies. Skagway. Yeah, Skagway. Like they do the parrots and stuff. And yeah, it's a really good experience. But the other thing we tell people is like, if you have a particular brand you like for cruising, go with them to Alaska because it's comfortable. Yeah. Everybody does Alaska their own way, but we do like Princess and Holland and Carnival. Actually, that whole group is really good for Alaska. Yeah, if you are trying to experience a whole new place, it's good to have familiarity while doing it. So, yeah. FX says, do you have a cruise booked for Viva? I look forward to your review on that ship. We have sailed Viva, yes. Mm-hmm. So we do have a Viva series, but no future plans to repeat Viva. Yeah. Farrington, I know this was like a half an hour ago, but yes, the pole to pole is over and we are officially home, but we still have a lot of videos coming from it. A lot. Claudia, any plans for Galapagos? Not in the immediate future. We had the opportunity to go and do like a side trek to it, but the price was just not worth it for the amount of time you'd have, and we would have missed other things, so... Yeah, I don't regret that. You could have given up like 2 or 3 nights of the cruise to pay more money to go do something else. I'm like, just let me stay on my cruise. Yeah. Laura, the snorkel with piranhas must have been full because I didn't see footage from it. Yeah, I think the camera broke that day. Let's see. Marsha, favorite port and what place surprised you the most? Yeah, we're going to have to actually sit down and think of like a list of favorite ports because it's not just going to be one.
No, there's no way.
Is there any place that you can think of that surprised you off the top of your head? Norway with how hot it was this time, but besides that.
I mean, can I just say all of South America? Because like in my mind, I never was like, ooh, I really want to go to South America.
Me
no
neither.
idea why. It was just never on the radar.
Me neither.
Loved it. So amazing. The people, the culture. It was all different. All the different ports we went to. We had some amazing experiences. So, South America.
There you go. We're just going to narrow it down to a continent. Picky Cruise, what was your souvenir number total? Oh, gosh, I don't even know. That'll have to be in a wrap-up.
It's really not that many, honestly.
Let's see. Oh, here's where we must have been talking about the bags. Okay, yeah, because now they're talking about the bags at 2 a.m. and all that stuff.
We got a super chat.
Oh!
It says, ding dong, did they have weekly formal nights? Fred's Model 3.
Thank
you so much.
Up there. Thank you for that. It felt like it. We had
21.
Well, there was formal and there was dressy.
Dressy.
So I want to say each segment they planned 2 formal, which really means I think we only had 6 actual formals over the course of the cruise.
I feel like we had more.
I'd have to
than
look
that.
at. Oh, the funny thing is I think I've got the brochure right here.
It was quite a few.
But then we also had at least I'll say 6 or 8 formals and 6 or 8 dressies. So it worked out to at least weekly you were dressing up.
Yeah.
Something like that.
But they weren't super picky about it.
Look, by the end of the cruise, people were going formal in T-shirts. They didn't care. They were like, look, we've been on here 4.5 months. We don't want to be formal anymore.
Some people did. Some people didn't. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Lynn, is there any chance you can work something out with Royal Caribbean that you can have more plugs? We love Royal and would like to see your videos of their ship. We don't have any pull with Royal, so
they don't know who we are.
They don't.
Yeah,
but no, until like all of their ships, well, they really just need to take that to allow the plug adapters. Because what I did learn, my computer will not charge via USB. It's not even the same thing. I have like this weird little square plug because it's a high power computer.
It's too strong, yeah.
So my computer needs an outlet, and that means that when I'm using the computer, no one else can have an outlet on a lot of their older ships because there typically is like one unless they've gone and refurbed it.
Yeah.
So if they take that power block thing off of their website, I will look at Royal again, but I'm not really looking at them until then. Crazy Cat Traveler says Amazon does some deliveries as early as 4. I suspect they use DoorDash drivers. Wow.
That is early.
Travel Cake Trips. I thought it said tips. Did you bring back any trinkets to add to the shelf behind you? Yeah. We got a few. They're not back there yet.
No, I was like...
Yeah, I need to like do some levels back there. I still got, remember that magic kit we got on MSC back in the day? Anyway. We'll be adding
a few things,
for real. Let's see. Oh, wow, Robin, it says, I had lost luggage delivered at about 3 a.m. They said in the morning, and they were technically correct. Well, that's right.
Well, ours told us 5 days. So we were not expecting that.
Speaking of Robin, our friend Robin is here, too.
Hey, Robin.
Robin, we're going to see you in October.
I know.
Let's see. Yeah, talk about the ultimate test for your luggage. Meadow, is Dee ever scratched by cats on your trip? No, I answered this one in text form for somebody.
No. I don't know why. I have a magic touch.
Well, normally...
I sense.
Yeah.
I definitely don't just go after every cat I see and be like, come here. I can tell if they don't want to be talked to, and I just give them their space.
Yeah, we've been around
just
cats
like people,
especially.
You know?
Yeah, we know the body language and that kind of thing of like when to leave something alone.
But no, I've never been scratched.
No. Daniel says, spoiler question, did you have to switch rooms on the cruise? Probably not too much of a spoiler.
That's not a spoiler.
We got to stay in the same cabin the whole time.
Woo, which was amazing.
Andrew Webster, what was your favorite excursion? I mean, as much of a pain as it was to get there, probably walking around with those king penguins, that was kind of magical. But good gosh, the transit there.
Mine was the all day on the water in Manaus. It was just so many different elements to it. If you haven't watched that video, go check it out.
That's true.
It was cool.
John Chrisman, I tried Shore Excursions Group to book an excursion for our Norwegian cruise in February. It was super easy and a lot cheaper than Norwegian's lame excursions. Nice. And if you used our link, thank you, because they support us via a commission system.
Yeah, so, thank you so much.
Yes.
And it's great.
Yeah, we have had a great time with all of their stuff, too. They work as a good middleman. It's like people who aren't super comfortable going and finding independent vendors. You want that cushion of protection because they will get you to your next port if you somehow miss the ship, which... I don't think that happens much because that would cost them a lot of money. And it's like a good little protection, a barrier there.
Yeah.
Richard Hurst, do you have a favorite cruise line now? I mean, we still say celebrity.
Don't know why, though.
Yeah, we've got some celebrity coming up that we haven't talked about, but yeah, we're gonna go back and see if it like still feels all cool. But yeah, still celebrity overall.
Yeah.
Marsha, do you know how many time zones you crossed?
Ooh.
I know we went all the way to UTC +6 when we were in Norway.
Yeah.
And we currently exist on what? Are we on UTC -5 right now? Does that even make sense? I don't know what we did.
It was quite a bit, yeah.
I'd have to look at a map, but I feel like, and then plus we had that little half-hour time thing in Newfoundland that they like to do, so that was fun. Shannon, have you seen ships that have a lift to put disabled people in the pool?
Yeah, ours did. Mm-hmm. Actually, a lot of them, most of them do. Actually, I think it's like an ADA thing, so they supposed to.
Yeah, I think everyone has to have it these days.
Now, generally, it takes some time for them to like set it up, and so that you'll go out there and tell them when you want to swim, and they'll tell you when to come back. Usually, so. Yeah,
true. Now, ships that aren't based out of the U.S. I don't think have to, but if they're sailing from the U.S., I think they just Franco says, how many Diamonds International or similar jewelry shops did you encounter across the world? I didn't see any.
Not that many, no.
I don't recall any port having a Diamonds International.
Is there any? Huh, I'm really thinking. No.
Yeah, I mean, Tanzanite, or what is the other ones? The Karalohas. Zero. Which was kind of fun.
Yeah, it was very different port.
Now, how many Primarks and Lindexes and what's the other stuff?
H&M.
Yeah.
Lots of H&M.
A-OK says, did the airlines lose editing Jay in Atlanta, or did he make it back okay? He did a whole Porto video today, so he's good, actually. Cruise Addict Junkie, was there a suitcase specifically for your socks? No, they fit in, but I might have picked up 4 or 5 new pairs, and they also crammed in there. Yeah, my socks almost got lost in Atlanta.
I know.
That would have been an outrage. Okay, you have to go to Australia and sail the 2X or Princess or P&O ships turned Carnival. Yeah, that's true. Oh, okay. At least one of them was Princess turned P&O turned Carnival.
Good to know.
Wow. Matt, how much do TAs get trained about special needs? I'd love to do a world cruise, but dependent on Boost now, which I take on board myself. Not an issue for 7 days, but 100?
Well, it's not necessarily something that you go into. There's specific training on different cruise lines, so it's not something like my host agency is not training you on things like that.
Oh yeah, you would have to be.
It's a lot of extra research. Yeah,
for the individual cruise.
Yeah.
I wonder. I don't know much about it. Is that a thing that has to be refrigerated, or is it something? Because it's the
Boost. It's the
like an inshore,
like a shake,
boosty.
right?
I put it in that category. Which I take. But see, a lot of people are like, "Oh, can't bring that much beverages on," but for a world cruise, surely.
Yeah, that would be something that you would need to contact the cruise line about. Sure.
MJ, how long before you start exploring Asia for cruises? Next year. Mm-hmm. That's our world cruise in 26.
Yay. Do we call it a world cruise? Circle
I'm
Pacific,
still calling
Pacific
them both.
Circle, whatever you call it.
I'm calling them both world cruises. Oh, Lauren Sparrow wants to know, what was your final book count? Now, you had some speed bumps.
Not as much as I would have thought, because work was busy and we were busy.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah. I wonder, because you had, like I said, you had somewhere like you just, finding the will to finish certain books. Oh, she's still counting. Okay. I can answer a question while you can't.
36.
36.
So, I mean, not bad, honestly, for 133 days. And a lot of these were like really long books. So, does that count even like
audiobooks.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, 36. That counts.
I think it's pretty good.
MB says, question, why don't you review the food with a voiceover as you show the menu and dinner? Why wait until the night ends? My thinking of that is we never used to do it. We never used to talk about food. When we started that segment, there were a lot of people who said, you know what, I really don't care. So putting it right in the middle end of a video, it just kills the whole flow. Like what the dinner normally takes up maybe like a minute worth of showing the menu and the pictures, and then at the end of the night we talk about it for 2 or 3 minutes. It messes the whole flow up. So I would say we either drop it,
right,
or leave it where it is. That's really the only choices.
Plus, people like to look at the menus and pick out what they think we're gonna eat.
Yeah, they could still do that, I guess. Like, it would show, but I think what they're saying is, like, you would show the menu, and then a picture of what I ate would come up, and I would be talking about it for, like, 20 seconds. Whereas normally it's only a 5-minute or 5-second shot of the food, and we move on, and then we continue the excitement. So for me, it's about momentum. It's just a personal choice. And then we always save the dinner for the very last thing we talk about, because we know some people just don't like it. They know when we get ready to talk about dinner, we're not going to say anything else super important, and they can turn the video off. Yeah. Team Carl, if we don't get some Mediterranean vlogs soon, there's going to be a revolt. Yeah, Holland has a really fun,
amazing itinerary,
intensive out of New York. Like, is it 45 days?
45 days.
We would love to do that in like 26 or 27. So we hopefully will get a really, really, really intensive Mediterranean happening, but it ain't on the books yet.
Not yet.
Mark, would you recommend flying out of Orf for international flights, which is Norfolk, or Dulles? It depends on the airline and depends on who has the, I guess, better prices and better routes. I don't know that one specifically is better.
Orf is an easy airport to get through quickly. So
that's true.
We like it.
Mike Hood, welcome back. Oh, it's 9 o'clock. Is Jay catching some ants to eat? Yeah, they were delicious. Actually, I was kind of surprised.
I told you. I was the first one to try. I'm like, hey.
Pam James loves your cork necklace.
Oh, I love that. I wore it so much.
Travel cake trips. This is something we're saving for the wrap up. It's if there's anything that you brought that you didn't use, or anything that you left behind that you wish you brought. So yeah, we're going to touch on that later. Megan is sad the shirt got voted out. Okay, how much blue cheese did you consume on the world cruise? It was a good amount. There was a good amount of blue cheese eaten.
Not every day.
Because there was a party where they were basically bringing around cheese trays, and a lot of it had blue on it, and that was delicious. All right,
It was a wine and cheese party.
I'm only at 8:30 in chat. Y'all, I'm going to read faster.
Oh, it is 9:01.
Hey, y'all. If this is your first live stream, welcome, because actually this could be. When we started putting out the World Cruise videos, we did get a little bit of spike in subscribers, I noticed. So a lot of people, this might be your first time seeing us live. We have this little tradition that we established 16 and a half years ago.
No, it's not.
I don't know when it was. It's been a lot of years.
Not that long.
Where 9 o'clock we refer to as Orange Hat Hour. So, hey, here comes the orange hat.
Oh, it's going to look so good with that shirt.
Oh, my gosh. The color just exploded across your screen.
Nice.
This hat, by the way, came from Carnival Ecstasy, if you missed that series. The first time we were on Ecstasy, which I call our personal poop cruise. That's a good series. If you never watched it, you should check out our 2019 Carnival Ecstasy series, because I earned this hat.
He did.
And there was a lot of poop. Gotta get people like that. Carolyn Vigil, thank you so much for the chat. You both look great, and thanks for showing how to balance life while cruising. Who was your favorite onboard entertainer? Can we pick the whole repertory company?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Please pick them.
I can't individually pick one, but the repertory company, the ones who do like the production shows, amazing. Yeah. Such sweet people too. They watch the videos. Hey.
Oh, hey. Not that they don't care about live stream.
No. But they could sing anything.
If one of them's in chat right now,
and dance the beautiful like choreography. It was just they were such good shows, and they learned so many for such a long voyage.
Yeah, I think Daniel, the little paper he sent to us on toward the end of the cruise, said they learned 15 individual shows, and they only repeated, I think, 3.
Yeah.
So they did 18 shows, but 15 of them were unique.
And they were all so well done.
That's a lot of words to remember.
We loved them.
I don't even know the words to one song. Thank you for the chat also, by the way. And then we have another happening. Heidi Miller. Oh,
Heidi.
You got a thing in the middle. Utah Dex 869. Thank you for the chat. We have to laugh every time we are cruising and see Del Sol and Caraloha because they're based here in Utah.
Are they really? Oh, that's funny.
I mean, I guess there's a lot of sun and bamboo in Utah. That's what I think of when I think of Utah. Sun and bamboo. I don't know why. And panda bears, they eat bamboo, right? So, yeah. A lot of panda bears in Utah, I think. But, all right, where am I down here? I guess I'm here.
Yeah.
Abby says, I'm a Carnival cruiser making the jump next year to Princess. I booked 8-night Star Princess in the Caribbean. What are the biggest differences I can expect on a Princess cruise? It's a whole different feel. It's less of a party vibe. It's a little bit of an older crowd in general, but those Caribbean cruises, not so much.
Star Princess probably won't be.
Oh, Star.
Because it's the newest ship. So the ship itself is a lot different from the other Princess, but you won't know that because you won't have not been on the other Princess. The technology is really cool with the medallion. Recommend getting Princess Plus if you want to have your gratuities paid and include Wi-Fi. If you're not into drinking, maybe don't do that. But
we like Plus.
But it is really good value. They have nightly game shows that are a little bit different and things like. There's a lot to enjoy on Princess.
And they love the Love Boat.
Go to the shows early on that class of ship, though, because it is very busy and very small venues.
That's the one with the dome.
That's the thing that we don't love about it. But it's a beautiful ship otherwise.
Yeah, I'm sure. It's my personal least favorite class of princess ship, and that's just how that goes.
Yeah.
We've done a good number of princess ships. I like them all but that class. But I mean, it's okay. It's good. It's just a little bit different. Condi, thank you so much for the chat. 133 days, how many Sweet Carolines did you hear? Now, the funny thing is, I don't know if you missed the setup for this. We are no longer counting Sweet Carolines ourselves. The new game that we presented in the current series is that you all have to count Sweet Carolines and keep up with them. And then at the end of the year, I have to come up with some sort of a thing where we're going to have like a winner who I guess we're going to have some kind of physical prize.
Yeah.
It's not this orange hat, so don't get your hopes up.
We'll have to draw because I'm sure several
Right.
people will have the right answer.
Whoever actually has the right number at the end of the full year goes into a pot of, something cool's going to happen. I don't know. We're going to make something up.
But it wasn't as many times as you would have thought.
No.
The piano players did not like the song, any of them.
Right.
So,
It was not a well-loved song.
which was fine by us.
I'll say. And plus, I haven't finished editing, so I actually don't
we don't
remember.
know.
I know how many I've edited. I just don't remember. But that's right. You guys have to keep track of this now. And don't tell each other, because that's no fun. If you want a chance, less people in the pot to win, don't be telling people how many times you've heard it.
True.
All right. Let's see. Oh, this is 8:30. Okay, so this is where we talked about the cruises. Okay, somebody thought we were going to say Alaska. I know. This is new for us. Travel Cake, send a shirt, to the place that makes teddy bears out of old shirts and put it on the shelf behind. Okay, now I do have two of them.
We could do that. That'd be cute.
I could use the old one to make a shirt because I can't really get rid of this one. Crazy Cat Traveler, talk to me about heat when you experience Australia, Queensland summer on a cruise. Well, that's going to be next year. I think Texas in August on steroids. Yeah, it's going to be hot because we're starting with Australia. We'll be in Australia in January. It's going to be hot.
In their summer. Mm-hmm.
Great. See, that's funny. John Chrisman will be right behind you to Celebration Key. Oh, in September on Elation. I thought you were going to say you were on our Elation. Okay. Gotcha. Let's see. Ty is on Elation. He was so much fun. Is that cruise director? I realized I do not know. I looked at the calendar of cruise directors. I don't know many of them.
Well, they've changed a lot.
They really have.
It's a lot of new people. Well, or they were with like the Fun Squad and got promoted. Yeah.
Okay, true. November. Daniel, are you watching the new documentary about Carnival Triumph on Netflix? I should, because actually a little teeny snippet of our footage is in there. They actually contacted me to buy like 8 seconds of our footage or something so that they could use it in that documentary.
The show.
Well,
we're not. Our footage is.
And they didn't have to give us credit or anything because they bought the footage off of us. So, but yeah, I'm curious to see how they used our little 8 to 10 seconds of footage in there.
That's pretty funny, though.
Yeah. And then see, what's this one I was talking about? Poop cruises? No, that was 9 o'clock. That's so funny.
It's something that's out now, and everybody's talking about it.
Two comments about poop cruises. Funny. Air Force Les, any problems getting your land legs back? No, we kind of talked about that earlier. It kind of was just an instant transition, which, I mean, curious to see how it would have gone, after that long. Mm-hmm. But funny. DeAndre, what is one of the first things you both ate when you got back home? Well, we had to go to Burger King, sadly.
Well, that was dinner last night.
Yeah.
I got a Whopper Jr. because that's like the smallest thing on the menu.
I had eggs, which I ate every day on the cruise.
Yeah.
And I had oatmeal, which I had muesli a lot on the cruise.
Like cottage cheese and eggs.
That's our breakfast.
And banana. We had chicken with your mom.
We did.
Yeah.
From Hardee's.
Because she wanted chicken.
Yeah. We only had one day, so we've had 3 meals since we got back home. Other than not counting Burger King, which was just in desperation yesterday.
Yeah, that's not my first choice.
Yeah, so, I guess our real actual meal of the day was Hardee's fried chicken. But I'm going to start cooking again tomorrow.
Yeah, we had soup for dinner.
Eddie Howell, any of the same ports that you visited are you going back to in 2026? Panama Canal segment, yes, but after that, and then Alaska and Hawaii, everything else is new.
Well, we didn't do Alaska and Hawaii this year.
Oh, that's true.
I don't know if that's what they meant, but...
Oh, yeah. If you're comparing 25 World to 26 World, then it's just the Panama Canal segment.
It's exciting because it's all different.
Eric Swart, any missed ports? You'd be surprised. 2.
That is insane for the amount of ports we had with tenders. We only missed 2.
Yeah. And one was just like I think it was a puffing contest between the harbor master and the captain. It didn't go well, and we just decided to drive on. But one was actually because of ice.
Yeah.
So, Gwen, how many hours do you have to work each day? We did our little sea day routine, which goes through what we normally do. But typically on a sea day, we're probably doing 6 to 8 hours. And on a port day, we'll try to get in like 3 or 4. Like, we struggle on a port day to get work in. But
I get up early on a port day and start working, and then when we get back on the ship. So
and then
we work every day, though.
Right. We don't take a day off other than, going out and enjoying parts of the day in port. Right. I mean, I'd consider that a day off. And we take evenings off to go out and about on a ship. But yeah, we work 7 days a week, at least 3 or 4 hours a day, if not trying to get 6 to 8 in on sea days.
Yeah.
Crazy cat traveler. Glad it wasn't just me that thought celebrity pizza wasn't great. It's usually terrible. No.
It's like salty. I don't know. I don't like it.
Holland, Non-Pinnacle, and Celebrity are like they go right to the bottom for pizza for me. MSC is still number 1.
Oh, it's good. Yeah.
Princess is pretty good up there too. I don't know. Their pool deck pizza is nice. Oh, then they have that specialty. All right, can't talk about pizza because y'all, I miss my pizza. Mitch, loved your trip. Partner and I watched from Sydney. We want to know, when will Jay feature his outfit of the day? I did that for one cruise.
Yeah, he could have. Just chose not to.
Well, every night would be the same because every single shirt that I wear is from King Size Direct. Like, literally no exception. I think I took 16 King Size Direct shirts on this world cruise. And my pants are always from either, if it's dinner, it's Walmart. But otherwise, my shorts, where are my shorts from? King Size Direct.
King Size Direct, I think.
My jeans are from King Size Direct. Y'all, I'm a King Size. I need to get sponsored by King Size.
Pattern. Well, it's like me in Old Navy,
That's true.
Yeah.
And my hats my hats come from bigheadedcaps.com. So, yeah, never mind. That's different.
And Amazon. Some of them.
That's true. All right. But there you go. Every single one would go just like that. Except apparently I rub my thighs a lot when I talk about my clothes. You noticed that last time I did an OOTD.
It's like that. I was like, quit doing that.
Jesse, what conquest class do you think will come to Baltimore and do you think it will replace the Pride? I feel like Carnival might keep a Spirit up there, and hopefully they're thinking Baltimore has the demand for 2 ships. I don't know, though.
They haven't said.
And I have no clue. It's because, what, are there 5? There's 5 conquests, right? Or something like that.
Yeah.
I have not even a clue. And I don't even know which one I would root for. Good old Conquest with its capital Q.
That one.
Tammy Hunter, have you ever thought about Asia Cruise coming up next year?
Yeah.
Picky Cruise, did you finish all your books?
With the exception of one, which I did start reading again at the airport yesterday. So, Court of Mist and Fury, which I talked about in the last Q&A.
Yeah, true. Julia, how is the health journey going? I love your dedication while cruising. Really well. Neither one of us gained a single ounce while going on this cruise.
We lost.
Well, you lost. I did good, but no gains were reported.
But it was yesterday you got back. You have to give your body time to I
have to hydrate.
Flush out all the salt and stuff too.
Flushing. That's true. All right, so there's the first time we buffered apparently because there we're back. Mary, this was a while ago. Yeah, did you see the new Royal Perfect Day Mexico will have the longest lazy river in the world? I did not see that.
Yes, in passing I did.
Oh. I can't go to it though. They might let other cruise lines go in, but
not to their island like that.
Oh,
just to the actual port. And that still remains to be seen how that's going to work.
Oh no, this is a sad question. G-Held, how many lightning trivias did you win?
1, 2.
None. We didn't win any, did we?
Yeah, we won.
Oh.
We do have a picture with the Queen.
1.
Because that was 1, and we tied for 1.
Okay.
Music, a lot.
Yeah, I forgot. I'm so traumatized by lightning trivia. I kind of forgot that we won one.
Because we won when we partnered with Stuart.
Oh, yeah. We took on teammates because we were a team of 3 almost every night.
Yeah.
We would do music trivia typically as a team of 2, just the 2 of us.
Or people would recruit us.
Well, that's true. But then we had a team of 3 for lightning. And then we had a team of 3. We joined up with another team of 3, and the guy was like a paleontology.
He was one of the speakers on the cruise.
Yeah, he was smart because he does presentations on the ship, and we won that one.
Yeah,
I blocked that out of my memory. Daggone. Joanne, do you have any single inside cabins for your October Margaritaville cruise?
We do.
Send in a form over on ParoDeeJay.com/travel. Nancy Collins, did you eat in any specialty restaurants? Yeah.
The steakhouse.
We did it on
It was a very special night, which will be coming up in a video.
That's coming out on Wednesday. You will hear all about our special. It wasn't just regular specialty. It was very special, and we met a celebrity.
Really special.
Kept wanting to gift you a meal, but didn't know how to do it. Can you do that? I don't know how that works.
No, that's okay.
Thank you, though.
Yeah, I don't know how you do that either. On Holland.
All right, we did that one. Andrew K., did you ever notice a shortage of items like food items during your trip besides fresh fruit? Yeah, they ran out of chia at one point, which was a little sad.
Like, the products themselves would sort of change, from country to country. So you'd have to, like, if you love something, it could change slightly. Yeah, the cottage cheese.
I think we touched on the cottage cheese journey.
Yeah, a few things here and there. But we pretty much ate the same thing for breakfast every day. So we weren't that experimental.
The eggs changed.
The eggs changed a lot.
We started off with big white eggs, and then we had little brown eggs, and I think we got big brown eggs. There were eggs that were white, and they were stamped Brazil, so we got some Brazilian eggs at one point, and then we came back and had little white eggs again.
Some were hard to peel, some were not. It was interesting, to see how that worked.
Those Brazil eggs were the best.
They were
eggs.
and they're so cheap.
My God. Yeah, I looked them up. They are cheap. Y'all get your eggs from Brazil.
Good luck.
They were good. Candy, will the orange feather hat you guys were wearing go to become your new orange hat for the live streams? The little orange feather hats might have stayed on the ship, actually. They did
not come home.
They were in the cabin when we closed the door and left, so no. Big House, did you come back with some foreign currency? Yeah, I'm going to send it back to the place I got it from and get it converted. Anything that other than euros or pounds, which we'll easily use. Renee Booth, have you ever done Guadeloupe? We have not, actually. We're missing major Caribbean islands. I think we're really just missing Guadeloupe and...
what's the other one?
Is it Montserrat? There's a couple of them that we haven't hit yet. Bridget, did you use up all of your toiletries? No.
Most, but no.
Brought home a tube of toothpaste.
We overestimated on a few things.
I was perfect on deodorant.
Yeah, you were.
Fortunately. I would have been perfect on toothpaste, but we did buy a tube along the way.
Because I liked it better.
Yeah, and then we ended up bringing a tube home. So I almost nailed toothpaste, actually. But I don't know. There was some stuff that we ended up bringing back. Ken, have to ask, have you had your fill of hard-boiled eggs? I could eat them every day.
Never. No, they're good.
I mean, because there's plenty of other food on the ship. We just kept choosing to eat hard-boiled eggs. They're very pure. I mean, it's like...
You can control that.
Right.
Exactly. There's no extra oil and things like that in it. So it's a healthier, just pure protein option. Because
if there's a scramble or an omelet, I mean, they could have whooped some, dairy in there or whooped some butter. I mean, just that kind of thing. Let's see... Crazy Cat Travelers. Cats really like the Penguins vlog.
Aww.
Nancy, what are your thoughts on Regal Princess? That's the same as Sky Enchanted Discovery, but one tick back. We have not done Royal Princess. We did Regal. But we've done Regal and Majestic. Majestic's a little bit of a weird bird, but...
We liked it.
Yeah, that was our British Isles.
Oh, yes, we liked it a lot. I was like, wait, which one was that?
Because it took me to Ireland. I loved it.
No, we did like it. It was a good layout and really nice.
Yeah, they have the Princess Live that I don't like.
Yeah, that's true.
That class of ship got not a good... It's such tight seating, and
there's
the
no
entrances
tables.
And exits are not good. Explorers lounges are amazing, and then Sky Enchanted Discovery got pretty good Princess Lives. That class of ship,
unless they've changed
like
something,
it was... Yeah, just that's my only peeve. Really, I think is that silly Princess Live. Happy Place with Carol and Dave. I just read half of those words. How did you feel when you got home? Any jet lag? No, because we had been on East Coast time for a week.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, we had come from Portland, Boston, and some sea days.
Yeah.
Melinda, are you going on the new MSC? World thingamajig?
World America.
No.
We had it booked, but then the world trip took precedence.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, we had booked Norwegian Aqua and World
MSC.
America pretty early in their lifespan. We were supposed to have gone on them in April, but...
And we canceled them.
Knocked them out. And we've not rebooked them. John, after such a long cruise, were you ready to come home, or were you still wanting to keep cruising? Is it funny if the answer is both?
Yeah.
Because my answer is both.
Mine is too. We missed family, obviously, and a few things from home, but we are very adaptable, I would say, just because we've been doing it a long time, and we can make home anywhere. I feel. So,
yeah. I mean,
I don't know.
Got a routine on that ship.
Routines are like key to like being comfortable and enjoying your environment, I swear. So I don't know. I could definitely have cruised longer.
Andrew says, looking at shore excursions group for upcoming transatlantic, they only have 1 or 2 options in each port. Do you know if they tend to add options closer to the sail date? They can, but their transatlantic options are not as strong as their like Caribbean, North American options.
It depends on what vendors they have that they work with. So sometimes there are less options for sure.
And they might, if they had something and it sold out, it will disappear and you wouldn't be able to see it. But if somebody canceled, it might pop back up. But I'm most likely what you're seeing is what you are going to get. Yeah. Mary says, did they get rid of clothing or footwear that you wore out during the trip? Oh, that's interesting about the
So they
swap.
did a crew swap, and you could donate items that you thought were like in good condition still and useful that the crew could use or like give to family members and things. So we donated a few bags with some things here and there. I did throw away my Merrells because they were my hiking
worthy.
shoes were falling apart. I have had those for many years, but I still have a pair at home. So yeah, you could either donate or throw things away.
Yeah, I threw away like a really sweaty gym hat and a couple of nasty
A few
t-shirts.
things we were not going to donate because they were just not worthy of donating, but we did leave some things behind.
Yeah, but that cruise swap was a fun
That was
idea.
really nice.
Kathy, have you been to Tahiti on a cruise? Not yet, but it's coming up next
year.
Matt, the boost doesn't need to be refrigerated. Oh, okay. Right now I contact the special needs to get permission to bring a case on board. I feel like if you paid for a world cruise, they would figure out how to let you have what you need.
I don't see why they wouldn't, because they could just treat it as like several different weeks of cruising. Yeah.
Skeletor, how many people have signed up for your first group cruise? I mean, we're still floating at 200 cabins-ish, I think, but we've got a good number of solos in there. Mm-hmm. I'd say we're probably...
I'd have to look at the spreadsheet. I don't know off the top.
We might be like 15 or 20% solos in there.
Yeah,
so
because people are floating in and out. People have things come up, cancel, but then new people book. So, that's just how it goes.
Daniel, does Jay really wake up with that much energy every day? Oh, every day? No. No. If I know we're going to get up and we're going to like get into something cool, then yes, I'm like, yeah, let's do our hello and roll out. But on a C day, no, I don't have that much energy until I get some coffee in me. But Skeletor again. Oh, thanks so much for the chat. I accidentally just answered your question. Yeah, you don't have to send a chat in to actually get it answered. But yeah, so thank you for the chat. But yeah, hopefully you just heard the answer. Okay, we already read that one. There was hat time. FedEx, did you buy a new orange hat in Brazil? Saw some.
Did.
Was tempted. Did not. Oh, SB, since you were going to ask about Fat Bear Week, they knew I was going to ask about Fat Bear Week. Two-time champion Grazer has returned with her cub Biggie. All right, I voted for Grazer last year.
Aww.
I will have to look. Last year or year before? I'll have to see.
That's
cute. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Yeah. Oh, now see that I have the hat on.
It
blocks the sign, but for most of the thing, I noticed it was actually visible. My head usually blocks it. Pimp hat, I know. A-OK, how does it feel to finally put the hat on again? It's a blessing. It's a blessing to have it on my head.
Nice.
Team Carl, on our 133-day cruise, they only had one show and they repeated it every night. I've seen it a lot. Forgot the name of it. How did you forget it if you saw it that many times? Mm-hmm. It was called the My Eyelids Are Closed show. I saw that one every night.
Yeah.
Paula, looking forward to your Northern Europe videos so I can get ideas for my 2026 cruise, Baltics and Norway bound. Okay, yeah. Now, Baltics we didn't do.
No.
I will say we do have a series out that has Norway ports in it. And
lots of things to do.
Those are much more informative because you're going to see, once we hit Norway again, basically, we had been to the ports before.
Right.
And we were so excited to just get out and just be in nature. We didn't really do any tours this time. Oh, we did do one, didn't we?
Yeah.
Okay. With the exception of one port, we didn't actually do any tours this time. We were just trying to find, we did free and frugal method. But
yeah. Which we love.
Check out our previous Norway series for actually good ideas. Brody ate food. Hello, I just got here. Have you said anything about cruises? Yes, we said all the things about cruises. At 9:30, we'll do a cruise recap. Oh, I had one more we didn't even talk about.
I was going to say, you're supposed to.
I was supposed to talk about 3 cruises.
You still can. It's only 9:30.
Guys, this is going to be the secret. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the secret 9 o'clock hour cruise, which I meant to talk about on day 1. So, this is for 2026, and it's about Alaska. We have to talk about things. Now, you may remember, We already announced one Alaska cruise for next year. I forget which one it is. Which one did we talk about? Brilliant Lady.
Virgin, yeah.
Yeah. We already had talked about that we had booked Virgin because they are making their grand entrance into Alaska cruising in 2026. And we just had to go see how that Brilliant Lady is going to do Alaska. We booked a 12-day.
Yeah.
Because we do love Virgin. But there's another cruise line that is making their grand entry into Alaska cruising next year. And I kind of almost just ruined it because I said half of their name. Just in case you missed it, our Brilliant Lady sailing is this one on June 11th of next year. 12 nights to all of these beautiful places, and it even includes a full 8 to 5 day in Victoria. I'm excited.
That's very nice.
We never have had a good day in Victoria.
I mean, we've had a good day, but
no,
not amount of time.
We ain't never had a good day in Victoria. But this is the one that you already knew about. There's one right before this, because if we're going to go to Alaska, we're likely going to go 2 times. We've decided to try MSC in Alaska, so we booked MSC Poesia for a 7-night sailing out of Seattle, hitting Ketchikan, Tracy Arm, that's a scenic cruising, Juneau, and our favorite Icy Strait, and you get like a stupid 4-day stop in Victoria. 4 days. Guys, we're going to Victoria.
That is a long time, okay.
4 of the days are Victoria. No, like a 4-hour stop in Victoria. So there we go. That was the one I meant to talk about before we hit 9 o'clock. So we're going to try both MSC and Virgin, and that brings us to... All right, hang on. This has to at least cover our face. Where is this? All right, let's make it cover mostly my face because that's better. Is that centered? Yeah, it's pretty close to centered. There we go. So the full list of cruises. We've got the hot and the hot. Why are we doing this in the summer? Oh yeah, thanks Carnival. We've got the grand 131-day world cruise for next year. Yes, I'm still calling it a world cruise. And the double Alaskas, where it's going to be nice and cold, and I can finally get all of that summer Caribbean out of my body. The summer Caribbean is not going to leave my body until we go to Alaska next year.
Oh, wow.
I can feel it's going to take that long to get out.
Well, good thing the world cruise goes to Alaska, too, then.
Oh, you're right.
So you'll be fine.
All right, let me get that weird red.
And there's more than that, but we just haven't announced it.
Yeah. I didn't even put the group cruise on there.
Apparently we're not going. You guys have fun without us.
Crap, I didn't even put the group cruise. Did I add the group cruise to Facebook?
What is wrong with you?
No. Wait, I gotta add it. Oh, that's
October 12th.
Wait, that's us. How do I add it?
Oh, Lordy.
Help.
Okay, don't mess up the live stream.
Okay, it goes right. God, I didn't even do this. Okay, here it is.
They're going to have a blast without us on that group cruise.
Guys, have fun. Hope you enjoy. All right, 2025.
Sing all the sweet Caroline you can.
Margaritaville at sea. Do I have to put Islander? Yeah, fine.
Tampa.
Islander. Tampa.
There you go.
7-day. I'm just going to put group cruise. Okay, there we go.
There you go.
Guys, it covers our faces more now.
Look there you go.
Did I spell everything right? Because I know people like to catch me if I type something wrong. Margaritaville at sea. Guys, thanks for catching that I didn't put that on there.
Did they catch it?
No, I did.
I was like, I didn't see that.
All right, so yes, Brody ate food. We did talk about cruises, and there's... actually, you just saw the update because those were on there. Yeah. The ones that we just announced, I'm not even going to wait till 9:30, were Carnival Vista, the very first visit that any ship is supposed to make to Celebration Key, and Elation right after it, so we can double up and have 2 times the information on Celebration Key. Boom! All right, let me read through this little chat again. Crazy Cat Traveler, is it normally for celebrity to have their production shows in venues other than the theater? On Edge, they had 2 in Eden and 1 in the club, but mainly singers in the theater. Oh. Normally, you will have production shows in all 3.
Yeah, but it's usually singing and dancing. And yeah, that's weird.
But yeah, we usually see like 2. I think it's usually 2 in the club, 2 in Eden, and a lot in the theater.
3 or 4, yeah.
Interesting.
Theater.
Maybe your theater cast was not sick. Feeling well.
Yeah.
Okay, I've heard most cruise entertainers or land entertainers hate Sweet Caroline, but play it to make everybody happy. Yeah, that's probably true. A-OK, hope you're booked in U109 for Elation. I kind of forgot they had a U109. No, thank you. I think I booked like a really cheap, just a cheap one. Heidi says Utah has Del Sol and Caraloha. Southfield, Royal Oak, Michigan has Park West Art Gallery. What? That's really funny. So the stuff is based out of like random places. Amy Tracy, can you post the 8-second clip that's in the show so we can be on the lookout for it? It's from an old vlog, so yeah, you just go find it. I don't even really. I mean, I know kind of what part that they were going to take, but I really don't know because I didn't say here's the clip. They were like, "Can we go in this video and dig out 8 seconds?" I better go.
It's with Jen, the cruise director. Yeah,
I better
hosting something.
I think it was some part. She was hosting a hairy chess competition. Yeah. Apparently, that's our footage because they wanted some kind of a footage to show Jen in action as a cruise director. But I'm gonna go count and make sure they didn't use more than 8 seconds.
Oh, stop! They paid us. Knock it off.
Brody,
they didn't even have to do that.
Food. Have you thought about another cruise from New Orleans?
We've thought about it. We don't have one booked, though.
Oh, true, because we've done a total of 3, I think. Yeah.
3. Maybe.
Amy Tracy. Oh, I thought you said the poop cruise was on ecstasy. Our poop cruise was on ecstasy, but the poop cruise was Carnival Triumph when it lost power in the Gulf. And
our personal experience from our room.
Yeah. And it's funny because I think on ecstasy, is that where we had Jen? That would be really funny. I'm going to have to go look at that.
No, I think she was in Alaska.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, she was in Alaska.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, I think it was Jess from the U.S. on ecstasy.
Yeah, that sounds right.
All right, that's true. Connie, are you helping Dee now with her travel agency? Not in any good capacity.
Just bookkeeping stuff.
Just the annoying capacity.
Yeah.
Let's see, AOK wants me to... I say I would come to New York, but yeah, I know. It just doesn't work. See, some props to King Size Direct happening.
Hey, there you go.
Karen Davis loved the pizza from Gigi's on Enchanted Princess. Yeah, their Princess's pizza is pretty good overall. Shannon Morgan, we talked about Sweet Caroline's earlier. Caleb, are you going to go on Aqua? Yeah, we talked about that earlier, that we canceled it. See, Kathy B remembers where Orange Hat came from.
Yeah.
Christina says, A Court of Thorn and Roses, Akatar is a little slow, with the second book and On are so good. Stick with Akatar and it will get much better. I was sad when the series ended.
I'm on the second book.
Yeah, you like the first book, but you just don't like the second.
No, the first book was very slow. The ending is good. Like, it gets, you're like, whoa, and then you get hooked. But the second book, I don't know. I'm like 72% through it now, so I'm going to finish it.
You can do it.
I know.
Mo S. Ooh, look at that. At the start of the cruise, I changed my Amazon bookmark to have your referral URL. Hopefully all my random things have been going to you for credits. Yeah, if you
so nice.
Like if you go to ParoDeeJay.com, click the shopping cart, click our Amazon, there is literally just a link up there that takes you to the homepage. If you use that, you can buy a TV, a car, a washing machine, whatever you buy. It doesn't matter. They will send us a commission that normally stays in Bezos' pocket. What's his name? Bezos?
Bezos.
So if you don't like Bezos having all that money, use our referral link, and he will have to send us at least a little bit of it. I think,
10 cents. No, I don't know.
I think it's like 0.5%, but at least it's in somebody else's pocket.
And we really appreciate it.
No, we do. Yeah, if you're
and it
using
doesn't cost you anything more.
True. If you're using that, then they have been sending us commissions, I guess. We don't really get a list. I mean, they do have a list of like what got bought using our link.
We don't look at that.
But not who bought it.
Right.
It would just tell us like somebody bought
M&M's.
Inappropriate. No, I don't.
I was just going for
We've had some fun things on there that I've seen, but we don't get to know who bought it, though. MB is impressed by our dedication going to the gym. Do you work out every day at home?
Yes. We did our workout this morning, actually, and then I got my steps on my walking pad, so yay!
Yeah, we had been doing the same routine.
We might take like one day off a week, but yeah, we still do something every day.
Yeah. I don't forget, how far ahead of this cruise did we actually start up like the proper routine of doing the weights and all that stuff? Okay, so like November-ish. Mm-hmm. Nice. We're awesome.
We are awesome.
Holly says, Hal is doing a cruise next year for the 250th of the U.S. Are any other cruise lines doing any special cruises? I had not heard about that. Oh, and then Brody Ate Food says Carnival is. Huh.
Oh, I did hear something about that. Cool. Yeah, I get lots of emails, I'm not going to lie. But, yeah, I do think I did hear that.
Okay. I had not. That's kind of fun. I'm sure everybody's going to jump on it because if there's like you know, a gimmick, for lack of a better word, they'll do it. Like a million.
I think they're doing another meetup kind of thing. Carnival.
Oh, you're right.
If I remember, that. If I'm thinking about the right cruise line, I think so.
Yeah, like for their birthday or whatever it was. Nice. Team Carl, what's with all the hard-boiled eggs, by the way? Well, I saved mine up, and I like to carry them around in my pockets, and just give them out to people randomly.
Do you eat the yolks? Yes.
Oh.
People really don't like hard-boiled eggs.
Yeah. You mean like the yellow part? I eat the white part and the yellow part.
They're delicious.
Sometimes there's a brown part, and I eat that too. That's where it burnt to them. Remember, we would peel them, and they had been sitting in the tray so long.
Not
there
every day.
There was a burnt spot. I eat that too. Crazy Cat Traveler, I keep small change foreign currency as souvenirs. Yeah, on my coins, I ended up with a good number of coins. I'm going to keep those.
The paper money, no.
Yeah, anything from South America can go back. Anything that we're not going to again. I got a lot of like weird kroner that I need to send back. So anyway. Sheila, tip question. We've always cruised out of U.S. ports. Last day, we have given extra tips to room steward, maitre d', etc. We are cruising Royal out of Rome. Should we give the extra tips with euros?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, I mean, local currency is always better, but
they'll take both.
They do, and some of the crew may not be from, Europe is the thing. So I don't know. Everybody takes U.S. like on the ships themselves, but not in the ports. So that's a good question.
I think the rule would be, since Royal is a U.S.-based cruise company, the people, like you said, the people on there are not necessarily going to be from Europe.
And they may be going home and not having a way to just go spend it,
Either way, they've got to convert that currency typically. Yeah. So they're going to convert whatever you give them. I would say just give them whatever's easiest for you. Mm-hmm. Which is typically your own money, because you're going to lose a little bit converting it to euros, and then they're going to lose a little bit converting it to their own money. That's just my thinking, but I don't know if anybody else knows better. Let me know. In favors, I think Diana Ross being named Godmother of the Star. Will she be the only one for Star?
I've only heard of it being her. Yeah, they usually only do one.
Didn't somebody do some double godparent? I got to go back and read my news. I don't know.
Maybe.
DL819 Cruiser, is there a port you would never want to return to, or one you wish had been left off the itinerary? Nassau, Bahamas. No, I'm kidding.
Stop.
We didn't even go to Nassau.
No, we didn't.
That I would not want to go back to. There's a lot of places I would go back to and make, well, not a lot. There's a few places I'd go back to and do something different. The Gambia.
Yeah. I would probably do something different.
But I would like to go back there.
Yeah. Nothing that I was like, oh no, I would never step foot back in this place again.
Me neither. Oh, yes.
Oh, yes?
There is one, and we've already discussed that if a ship ever went there again, we probably would not get off the ship next time. Not that I didn't enjoy it, but I've already seen and done everything that there is to do in this place. Well, that's true.
It's very small.
It's called Boca de Valeria in the Amazon River, where children hold your hand for $1.
Very mixed reviews on that.
If a ship ever goes back to Boca de Valeria that I'm on, it's pretty much 98% guarantee I'm not going to get off the ship at that port. I have seen everything and done everything I feel that Boca de Valeria has to offer me. If you go, get off and experience it at least once.
Yeah, definitely. You need to go do it.
I've done it.
And we'll leave it at that.
That's it. I mean, I enjoyed my boat ride.
I did too. It was beautiful.
And everything else
lily
was
pads were
a
huge.
little overwhelming. Chris, next cruises. You were here when we just talked about that. Heidi, you can use what you brought back for future cruise. Just keep it in the suitcase. Yeah, I used to have a point where I really didn't unpack, clothes, yes. But
I already unpacked today.
There was like half of my suitcase with just stuff, and I would leave that
the toiletries.
From trip to trip. Okay. Well, I'm thinking just anything. I had some electronics in there that never left the suitcase. I don't know. Bridget's Buzz, how long did it take you to pack to come home? Did you do it in one day or spread it out a bit?
So our room was 1,000 degrees.
Yeah, it was terrible.
I was very fussy because it was packing in a hot room. And
am I allowed to agree with that?
Yeah, you can. It's fine. It took a day. No, not a whole day. It was 2 different days, just different times when I felt like, we didn't need to leave immediately after for being too hot. So, not too long.
Michelle, any plans to sail on Celebrity Excel when she sets sail this fall? We are booked on her in December of 26 and very excited. Ooh, Celebrity Excel is the sister of our favorite class of ship in the entire world, isn't it?
It is.
We might have some content to put out a little bit later on this year. Who knows?
Maybe so.
Hey, y'all, the wink is back. You like that? All right, so just maybe look for some Celebrity Excel content, toward the end of the year or something like that. Okay, hey. Hayden Princess Live was added onto those 3 ships during a dry dock. I'm guessing that's why it's a little funky. I wonder what that was. It feels like it was a little theater, or maybe it was an explorer's lounge that they decided to change.
They chopped it up.
Dina, is Carnival Dream still on your bucket list? Yeah. It's down the list somewhere, but yeah.
We'll hopefully get to it at some point.
Byron, moist
the meat. I can't believe I said
moist the meat.
Was that on this trip?
Yeah, it was a long trip.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
It was a very long trip.
It's a long trip.
I'm pretty sure that was the same.
Yeah, I think it was towards the beginning of the trip.
John, welcome back. Are you sailing Virgin again anytime soon? Would love to hear your thoughts on Virgin. Yeah, we've already done 5 with Virgin.
We have our thoughts.
4 or 5.
They're in all those videos.
They are. And then you probably were here when we just pulled up.
Yeah.
That, yes, we are sailing them to Alaska. So that'll be cool. Team Carl, how much hate mail was waiting for you at home from Amazon kids with pets? Well, I had to fish through the pile of Team Carl hate mail.
There was a lot of that.
Well, when I got through like the 3rd tote, I was like, okay, that's enough. And I had to put all Carl's mail to the side. And then, yeah, there was a little bit. Kim, if you leave the bow camera channel on the TV overnight, you can wake up to sun in an interior. Do most ships have that? Yeah.
They do. I would just mute it because they play music, so that would keep me awake. But yeah, you certainly could do that.
Yeah, but I mean, the TV makes light anyway, so you will have light, but I guess it would get lighter. Like the light would be dark.
Right. It would be like
and the light would get lighter. It'd be nice if somehow it would actually be dark, and then it could, I don't know how that works. That's called a window. That's,
yeah, next year we have a window.
Let's see. Craig K, we already talked about specialty dining. We're going to be talking about that in a video on Wednesday. And the answer is yes, we did one, and it's coming up soon.
The phone keeps doing weird stuff.
I am only 15 minutes behind.
Wow.
Daniel, are you still doing veggie bowl of the day now that you are home? What was your favorite veggie bowl of the day? We eat a lot of veggies.
We do.
In regular everything, like mostly beans and lentils and fibrous things, and we eat a lot of farro.
It's like those are not veggies.
Beans, oh, they're legumes. Can you
Spinach and Brussels sprouts and broccoli.
Guys, are legumes vegetables?
I don't think so.
Can you count a bean? How is a okay, I'm going to Google this.
I don't know, actually.
Guys, Google it and tell me, because
I
I'm
thought a
too
vegetable
lazy.
has to have a seed.
Fruit has a seed.
Oh,
yes.
fruit.
That's the ones like cucumber is a fruit, which I never believed as a child.
Tomato.
Zucchini, tomato. Never wanted to believe it as a child.
Oh, yeah, I guess vegetables don't have that.
I embrace that now.
Most vegetables have a seed.
Google this for me and tell me, because I'm too lazy. Is a bean.
I'm going to look it up.
Well, the song says beans, the magical fruit. Like, if you know that
Oh,
song.
what am I doing?
Is a bean a vegetable? Is a legume a vegetable? Is a peanut a vegetable? Is a bean a legume? Guys, these are the deep questions.
Yeah, well, AI, which, says it's considered a type of vegetable.
Okay. AI will give you the wrong answers. AI...
I have had clients email me...
and argue with you over what, because AI told you.
About, like, specific areas on a ship, whether they're available to, like, rent something.
They don't exist.
I'm like, that's not on that ship. They're like, yes, it is. It's here on Google. I'm like, please do not get your answers from AI. I'm begging you guys, don't do it. It's not always correct.
Stop it.
They're very nice about it, but I have to set them straight that is not on that ship.
Yeah, go past the AI stuff.
It's not
and
worth
look at the real stuff. Favorite veggie bowl. I was surprised how much now this is not a good one for me, but how much I liked what they called creamed leeks. That one was good.
I tasted that. That was yummy.
Not the best one for me.
Very well seasoned, though.
There was garlic zucchini.
Yeah, I cannot be trusted. Yeah.
Whenever garlic... Yeah, I saw that in iRobot with Will Smith. Will Smith. I don't know.
Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell was not in that, I don't think.
AI would tell you he is.
Garlic zucchini was really good. I was always sad when, like... Because sometimes you would go in for a gala menu, like a fancy one, and it didn't list the veggie bowl.
Right.
And they would bring it out, and it would usually have, like, a half a tomato in it, which, again,
spinach.
That's a fruit. And, like, I appreciate that they made them.
We had the best dining room team. Like, you didn't even have to ask. Like, by the end of it, they were giving us 2 glasses of water because we drank a lot of water.
Yeah,
they would bring a veggie bowl without asking. Yeah. The crew on that ship, phenomenal.
Yeah, we packed our dining team in our suitcases.
Yeah, they're over there.
And brought them. Hey, Rudy.
How's it going in the kitchen?
He's over there. And we were pretty consistent with our dining team. We started with 2 people, and then they both did go away over the course of the cruise. One got like promoted to a different. Where'd Fabriana? She went upstairs.
She ended up in
and then room service.
Room service, yeah.
And then our other guy, his contract was done, and then we got 2 other people, but one of them was with us for like the 2/3 of the end of the cruise, and the other one came on for the last third, and that was our core
Rudy
team.
Rudy and
there.
Andika.
Yeah. Hey, if you're watching, I mean, you're in the kitchen right now. I know you're watching. Let's just pretend like they're not actually here. So, hey, Rudy and Andika, wherever you are.
You mean we left them outside at 3 o'clock in the morning with the luggage?
They got delivered.
No.
Yeah, they were in a suitcase. They had to live in Atlanta overnight. I didn't get to unpack them until this morning. Okay, this is sad. This is over.
Amazing.
FedEx, any plans on coming back to the West Coast? Seattle.
Our cruise next year?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it goes to LA.
Hawaii.
We'll be in LA. Because
yeah, that's where people get on the ship. I don't think we're getting off the ship there, though.
We're not. Our world cruise embarks in LA. We just get to get on in Florida. Heidi. Oh, there are powder replacements for Ensure and Boost. Oh, nice. Okay, there we go. Daniel, no Juno on Virgin. No, Virgin is not going to Juno. But they are going to Haynes.
Oh,
and Skagway.
I'm excited. I love Haynes.
Right? Where'd I go? Virgin. Haynes! I'm going back to the mead place. That was so fun. Guys, y'all remember that? But I'm going to go walk in the woods looking for moose again.
Yeah.
Holy
Of course.
Oh, Becky, what's happening? This was a few minutes ago. Just joined the chat at dinner right now on the 28-day Alaska summer solstice. Ooh, please tell me.
Get in trouble on the phone.
Yeah, being at dinner. Hey,
I hope
Becky.
you're having an amazing time.
Please let us know if you make it to the Arctic Circle. Please tell us, because we didn't. You probably know that.
Yeah. Have fun.
Mojo, best hotel to stay at before a cruise in Vancouver. I ain't found it. Pan Pacific is the expensive one.
Is the most convenient, and everyone loves it because they'll take your luggage right to the ship from it, but it's so expensive.
It's like $600.
But don't go to the one that Jay went to with a casino in it, because that will cost you about the same amount.
You'll spend more than $600 there.
People say to stay like outside slightly of Vancouver. Actually, we had some good suggestions somewhere in the group a while ago.
Yeah, basically, get away from the port, because that's where, get away from downtown and the port. Like, you just have to be further away. I really don't have any good Vancouver. Every time I have to think about finding a hotel in Vancouver, I just cringe.
Lots of request. Probably group cruise stuff coming through.
Boom, boom, boom. We might not have any cabins left. Hold on now. We got to go do a count.
Well, I haven't looked at the request to see what all it is.
Yeah, true. Because anyway, our 2026 World Cruise actually has a lot of segments. There's a lot of little short pieces of that you can buy, including a Panama Canal cruise. It's like a 17-day Panama Canal cruise from Florida to California.
Come hang out with us.
At the beginning of that cruise, and then you could just get off in California and not do the rest, which, where's the fun in that? But...
Or you can go
LA to
Sydney and Japan.
I think you can do Singapore to Vancouver or something weird. I don't know. There's all kinds of weird legs.
Yeah.
Anyway, D can hook you up. Y'all just send it. This whole live stream, if you ain't, it's a commercial.
It's not.
Congratulations for watching an hour and 45-minute commercial about delightful destinations.
We're doing an experiment. No.
Oh my gosh. All right, so Vancouver, I really am no help. I cringe.
I could find something.
Zachary, I've just searched my home for 30 minutes to find the iPhone or iPad on vibrate. Oh no, I hate when it's muted and you have to find it. Brenna plans to go to Celebration Key when it opens. We just talked about that.
First
We're going
one.
2 times. Yeah, Crazy Cat Traveler. Watch Carnival adds another cruise before Vista to Celebration Key.
They better not.
No, there are some people who wasn't it some kind of contest where people can actually go be flown out to Celebration
It's mostly
Key?
Travel agent things, if you did the training and all that stuff, you win a land trip to Celebration Key.
Well, but we're supposed to be the very first actual ship visit, which was nice.
Yeah.
Pam, do you think you will ever do the Hawaiian Islands? Yes,
we have.
We've done 2 or 3 cruises involving Hawaii.
Just go search on YouTube, ParoDeeJay Hawaii, and we have lots of information.
Pride of America, we have Norwegian Spirit. And we have Emerald Princess, I believe.
Mm-hmm. So we're going again on the world.
That's true. So that'll be our 4th visit to Hawaii.
We love Hawaii.
Daniel, are you going to catch up with other cruise vloggers now that you are home? None of the other ones live in our house. I don't think.
We didn't bring them home.
Tony, are you in the guest room? I guess not. He's in there dancing too hard. I don't know what he's doing right now.
Cruising.
No, I mean, we don't really have any around us. I mean, I guess you just mean digitally in other forms.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, we'll message them. I don't know. Some of them commented on our post that we were home. I need to probably go write them back because I need
a lot
to
of
be
actually.
Thanks. Douglas, if you want to sail out of NOLA, feel free to book yourselves on the same cruise you booked for me. Oh, that's funny. We just start looking up cruises that you've booked for people and just show up on them.
That would be funny.
Let's see. Bill, how did you end up faring in the casino overall? Yeah, sadly, by the end of the cruise, I had given back everything that the casino had given
Which
me.
wasn't too bad.
No, if you consider we were on that ship for 4.5 months, that was not bad. We didn't even go over $1,000 in the casino between the two of us. And
No.
I mean, that's a lot of money, but for 4.5 months, that's a pretty good gambling budget, I think.
Yeah.
Bridget's Buzz, is there a reason why you don't have an actual Amazon storefront? I think you have to be, like, invited.
Cool.
You do. Don't you have to be invited to have, like, an Amazon.com I can't even say Amazon.com/?
I don't. You can look into it.
I guess, because we just host it on our own site. But yeah, if they would let me have one that lived on Amazon, that would be cool. I just don't think we're eligible for one, but maybe anybody can.
I've looked into it.
Bezos, I know I talked bad about taking money out of your pocket earlier. Thanks for the money. Okay, he's not there. He hung up on me. He's in the guest room right now.
Oh gosh.
I'll go talk to him after the stream. It's fine. AOK gonna buy Sammy Hagar albums on Amazon with your link. You buy all the Sammy that you heart's desire. I'll just close my eyes. I'll close my eyes. Brody ate food. Have you ever been to Cuba?
No, we had it booked, but then you weren't allowed to go anymore. So,
we did.
Yeah.
We did. Also, Brody, how did you get the U109 sign? It was a little bit of a scandalous affair. When Carnival Ecstasy was being decommissioned, Carnival had sold her for scrap. Toward the end of that cruise, the looters just came out and started taking things from the ship that they wanted. Some people on the ship in charge were like, "Hey, don't do that." Some people on the ship were like, "No, that's cool," and actually helped you take things. I was like, "That's weird." We did not actually.
We did not take
this. Oh my gosh, I can't point in a mirror image.
It ended up in our possession, though.
The sign was gifted to us by some anonymous benefactors. We did not actually take it off the wall, but we were appreciative to have it because that has a lot of stinky memories for us in that Ecstasy cabin. So that is our poop cruise, Carnival Ecstasy 2019.
It's true.
Oh, Crazy Cat Charger. Discovery Princess had 4 godparents.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. It was like Carson Kelly and
why
the people from the Chew, and I don't know. It was a bunch of people like that. I forget who all it was, but yeah.
Woof. Okay.
Carson Kelly. I don't even know. I'm tired.
Sally, what was your favorite cocktail on Volendam? Okay.
Wine.
Funny story for me. When we
don't drink.
Hit 4-Star Mariner, it qualifies you for half off any item in the mini bar in your cabin. They put these little, I think it's called post-meridium cans.
That sounds right.
There's an espresso martini. There's a Mai Tai. There's
margarita?
Margarita. And they have what they call a double old-fashioned. All of the cans have essentially 1 shot in them and some other fillers. The old-fashioned, there's not a lot of filler in an old-fashioned, so it has 2 shots. Little bit of orange zest in it and some bitters. That little can normally is in a mini bar for $9. That's 2 shots for $9 in your cabin. 4-Star Mariner gets that 2-shot of bourbon can for $4.50. 2 shots of alcohol on a cruise for $4.50 is a heck of a deal.
Unheard of.
That little can was enjoyed a couple of times over the course of the cruise. I would take it to the bar
happy hour
during happy hour. They would bring me a glass with ice, a bourbon cherry, and an orange on the rim.
They were so nice.
And open it up and help me pour it into my cup. And it was delightful. It was a double old fashioned from, I think it's Post Meridium. You can get them for about $9 off of their website.
Mm-hmm.
$4.50.
I had wine. I didn't really drink a whole lot of sugary or other types of drinks. So, I mean, wine has sugar in it, obviously. It's grapes. But, yeah.
That's true.
13 Celsius Sauvignon Blanc.
Grapes are legumes, which is a vegetable. They are not. Don't listen to that part. Don't do it. Okay, Paula says, I've given tips in whatever currency I had on hand, Canadian, US, euros, pounds, and they've told me they can get it converted on board.
Okay, well, that's good. So maybe it's different for the crew.
No, I can't go tipping people in Icelandic kroner or that kind of stuff. That would be weird, but yeah. DL819, wasn't there a royal ship that had godmothers for each neighborhood? Probably. That sounds like what they would do for one of those Icon-y dudes, but I don't.
No, Icon was messy.
Oh, yeah, it was. They need to clean that thing up. Gosh. Oh, you mean Leo Messi.
Leo Messi.
Mary Dieter, did you take small USB fans for the cabin? We did not.
We should have.
What I want to invest in is something that I can clip onto a treadmill that will blow air at me, because the treadmills on there had no fans and it was bad some days.
A lot of treadmills do. These did not.
Yeah, so I'm going to find a clip-on and put it on my treadmill.
There you go.
Yeah. Electric ballroom. For the ParoDeeJay tip line. Oh, we love that. We visited Hollywood Hot Glass today, and we're told that the glass art activity will be removed from celebrity ships when they dry dock.
Oh, no.
It's only on 3 ships. Is it not going well? Because we loved it. It's expensive.
It's expensive. It's probably something that people just feel like they don't need to do.
Oh, no. All right. Well, that's unfortunate, because it was like solstice, eclipse, and equinox. We did it on equinox.
Yeah.
What, solstice? I don't know. It was the one that had to do with sun.
Solstice.
Dang. Jennifer Adrift, there are alarm clocks that light up gradually. Emma talks about using them for inside cabins. Nice. Bob's Celebration Key we've talked about. I think you probably would have been here when we flashed. Ooh, no, you might have come since we flashed that up on the screen.
We're on the very first.
Yeah, let's do it again.
Cruise.
Boom.
Over there.
First visit to Celebration Key ever in the history of the universe. Right there, we are on Vista.
For now.
And then we will be there a few days later. Donk donk on Carnival Elation. Yeah, don't put anything in front of that Carnival. What's the ship that has an inaugural that has then had another one and another one and another one and another one?
It's been several. So it's Star of the Seas.
Oh, hate it.
And
Royal.
Celebrity Excel has done like
they
they've done like at least 3 now, and they're like, here's a 4-day. They were like trying to
And we are not on the inaugural for Celebrity
We
Excel.
are not.
100%. We are not on the inaugural. It's between now and the end of the year, but it ain't the inaugural, because that just didn't work out for us. Okay. What am I doing? Oh, Carrie says, thinking of cheating on Carnival, what cruise line would you recommend? That's such a... Because without knowing how you like to vacation. Okay, so let's say...
what it is that you want to change, maybe that you know, is not wanting to make you return to Carnival or
That's a good
try
point.
something different.
Yeah, we would have to know, do you want something that's very similar to Carnival, but just something else?
Margaritaville.
Or is there...
Margaritaville is very similar to Carnival.
Like you said, is there a specific aspect that you're trying to get rid of? It could be like, I don't like the food, or the
like
people are
high-end
too
dining, or like a package included, stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give us some
quieter
follow-up.
atmosphere.
Give us some follow-up information in the next 5 minutes, and we'll see what we can pull off. I'm catching up to the end of chat, so I think I'll see it. Brody, have you seen the Cruise Globe website? Yes, Emma messaged me about that.
She did. It's very good.
I need to message her back. Oh, gosh. What was that thing going around on
saw
Facebook
that.
about
I saw
using
that
your
today.
Costco card? Yeah, that came across my Facebook today.
And your real ID.
Oh, Kirk says Jamie from Sharon at Sea was questioning what kind of person would order cheese for dessert in his newest video.
We do.
That's it. I'm going to call him up.
He's in the guest room.
What time is it? Where they at? Arizona somewhere? What time is it? Jamie, he's in the other guest room. Hey.
How many guest rooms do we have?
2.
We live in a mansion.
Tony and Jamie are sharing the one because, they're fine.
Bezos
and then
is in the other one.
Bezos is in the other one.
And Rudy and Indika are in the kitchen. They're in the kitchen.
They had to sleep. We got a pull-out couch. Okay,
we do.
I'm going to make Tony and Jamie sleep on the pull-out couch. We need Rudy and Indika to have a real room.
People are going to be like, D and J were talking about you. Like, what?
You tell Mr. Jamie. I don't know what to tell him. Just, I really like cheese.
Cheese is
don't
good.
Tell him I like cheese.
I think he knows,
that, so. I'll think of something for y'all to tell him, and then y'all can go tell him. This is like where you start like a comment feud or something like that. I don't have a feud with anybody.
We like Jamie and
Tony. Help me. AOK says, AI would tell you that Will Ferrell was the drummer of the Chili Peppers. He looks a lot like Chad Smith. He looks. Like did you see there was that drum off? I made you watch that drum off, right? Where they were on like the Tonight Show, I think, and it was a drum off between Chad Smith and Will Ferrell. That was amazing. Keith Anthony, did Margaritaville finally decide what ports on what days? Yeah, we hashed that out a few months ago, and it was so funny because the groups department was like, once we set an itinerary, we never change it. And I was like, here's the first confirmation letter you sent me. Here's the port order. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, it's been fun. That's all we're going to say. The ship experience is going to be fine.
It is.
The back end experience for a travel agent, not so fun. But it's getting there.
Bucko says, any thoughts on upcoming upgrades to Celebrity Solstice class? I'm assuming that must be some of that hot glass stuff. I don't know anything about it.
No, I did get an email that they're doing a whole bunch of like adding some different restaurants and things like that. They haven't said exactly what all they're doing though, that I've seen.
Keith Anthony said, we stayed at the Days Inn 2 blocks from Canada Place for $250 a night. I mean, for Vancouver?
Was that recent?
Is that Canadian dollars? Because that might be more appealing, or is that US dollars? Either way, that's not bad. Airbnb. Okay, yeah.
For like a larger group.
Hey, okay. The whole live stream was a commercial. Thanks, Adblock, for not working. Ha-ha! Got him.
Gotcha.
Heidi would love to do the 16-day Panama again. Did that when they brought the Spirit from Miami to Seattle in September of 22.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, if you're into it's, what is it? It's January 5th. It leaves out of Florida, and we get to whatever 17. What's 5 plus 17?
LA.
22? Something? 22nd of January, we get to LA. A-OK, when stopping at Celebration Key, are there options to leave the property to go around the rest of Grand Bahama Island? I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah, I don't know, actually.
A lot of times they're really going to want you to stay in the... Because, Grand Turk is kind of like a thing, but you can leave. Amber Cove, Mahogany, you can leave. I don't know about Celebration. I'm going to say...
Wouldn't let you?
My guess is going to be no.
Yeah.
Big House, I'm new to cruising. Is it possible to plan a cruise with D if you're out of state? Oh, yeah.
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 Definitely.
Terry wants to know if you're going to watch the Tonys later. Depends on if
He's
he comes
in
out
that
of his
room.
Dang, girl, get it.
No, we don't have cable, so probably not. And is it tonight?
You see how, since we don't have TV, we don't know things?
I don't know.
Yuck. Gosh, everybody's giving some good hotel
It's 10 o'clock.
Mary
so
Ellen says she wouldn't call
fast.
beans a vegetable. Okay.
See?
So I guess a legume might be disqualified.
But they do say it is. So.
AI told AOK that I stole you one of them and ripped it right off the wall. Rude. Don't trust the AI.
AI is wrong.
Burgaloso recommends Valencia. Yeah, that would be nice. Don Ash, can you bring sugar-free ketchup packets on a cruise if you're diabetic? Yeah, they don't care about
Yeah,
little
I don't
food
see why
snacks.
not.
Yeah, that should be fine. AI was definitely wrong about what happened to Paro. We don't talk about Paro. No. Heidi, I do have a neck fan. I just didn't take it on this trip. I bought it for the...
we don't know why you didn't take it, because that was the whole point.
I didn't have... No, I bought it for the Mediterranean one thing that we canceled
Well, we
for
went
the
to
summer.
the Amazon. I feel like that was hotter.
It was, actually.
Actually, I don't know.
I am going to take it. I think I just was so sad that things were not fitting in my suitcase that I just didn't take it. But it's so small.
Yeah.
Anyway, AOK says Margaritaville to cheat on Carnival. Yeah, if
you really like, Carnival and want to try a different experience, yeah.
Mm-hmm. AOK, how many guest rooms do you have? Are they enjoying the bathroom Chick-fil-A? Yeah, most of the meals when Rudy and Andika are not cooking, they love that Chick-fil-A.
Except it's Sunday.
Oh.
And we just got home. They haven't enjoyed it yet.
Heidi says, I told Jamie that I get cheese plates for dessert and you. He does it for an appetizer, which makes sense.
Yeah,
okay.
That's true.
FedEx, is a cheese plate a vegetable or a dessert? Yeah, that would be... Who gets a cheese plate for an appetizer? I've done that before.
ECC did too.
Daggone.
They used to a lot with the kids.
I can't say anything bad about Jamie. What the heck? All right. I'll have to think. I'll have to make up something to say something bad. That's just mean. Jazz Holidays, a good day from Brisbane. Following you for a year now, and you're great. Love your little jokes. Thanks. Welcome to the very end of the live stream.
Yeah.
Oh, look, I'm at the bottom of chat.
Oh, good, because it's 10:02.
Okay. Keith said it was USD. That's not bad. Ken K, are you charging for those guest rooms? Charge Tony double. Well, I keep trying to go in there and make towel animals and leave on the one side of the bed. And I don't know. He just keeps
He destroyed them.
He keeps throwing things at me. Brody ate food. Are you going to do any more Canada cruises? I would love to do St. Lawrence River.
Yes.
Like the one-ways that go out of Boston or New York and go to Quebec or Montreal.
You can go see narwhals. That's what
Y'all, they have narwhals in the St. Lawrence River.
Beluga whales.
Every time I think of it,
He's like,
I
we'll
always...
go see narwhals. I'm like, babe, they don't live there.
My brain goes to narwhals living in the ocean. Oh, see, they don't live in the river. They live in the ocean.
Sing this song.
Man. I think I'm almost at the bottom. Bow. From YouTubers I know that crew don't eat as well as guests. Can you bring food from the dining room or room service and give it to crew members you like? That's going to depend on the line.
Some lines, I would say, Volendam probably be totally fine with it because it was a very big family there. Some cruises would probably be very strict about that.
Yeah, that's I would just ask
because
if you're intending to.
Some people bought stuff in ports and they would share it with fellow guests and crew members and stuff at dinner on Volendam, and that was fine. So we saw it firsthand.
Yeah, so ask.
Yeah.
We are at the bottom of chat. Kyle has Viking has cruises that go all the way to Duluth. What? Where do they start?
They do the...
Oh, they woo woo woo. That's cool.
Yeah, they do the
I don't even know where the St. Lawrence River goes. Okay. Cruise Life with Eric says, this is still going? No, it's
we're about
just
to be done.
stopping, actually. So
I have to go answer a bunch of emails.
Well, it's work time again, but that's awesome. So thank you for hanging out on a Sunday night. We will be home until our Vista cruise. I think that gives us like 4 more weeks to be here for Sundays and stuff like that. And all of stuff. So
and
let's
things.
do the... I only drank half of this.
I drank about
I'm going to drink the rest of it,
half.
and I'm going to have regrets later when I have to go.
Now I have to go to the restroom.
Yeah,
TMI.
Y'all, thanks for hanging out. If you have not already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Become a Paromaniac today. Socialize all our media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Yep. And until next time, rock on. Bye.
Wait, I got to use one hand to hit the button. Here it goes. See you next
Good
week.
night.